Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. Another transfer stream of this summer. Another stream where we're here to talk all things transfer. We have three clubs on our mind today on today's topics. We are going to be discussing Manchester United. We're going to be discussing Chelsea and we're going to be discussing Arsenal, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the three clubs we're kind of going to be discussing, going to be talking about all the transfers, all the news, you know, when it relates to all these three football clubs. So big up to every single one of you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us on another stream. This is you watching us. Hit this X button and this like button right here. Look, there you are. 100 people already here. Not even 50 likes yet. There you are. That's so fraudulent, you guys. Darwin Nunez plays for Uruguay. I didn't expect him to be in my chat. Hit the like button. Subscribe to This is Football if you're ready to do so. Thank you as well for everyone who supported us in the month of June. You guys have been absolutely incredible through the tough period. You guys know during the Euros, everyone is just streaming. Everyone's kind of doing watch-alongs and stuff. So it's very difficult for channels to just kind of keep afloat. So big up to all of you guys. Big up every single person who shared, liked, subscribed, sent a super chat. You guys are absolutely incredible. And today we have three guests joining me. I'm not doing the Daily Transfer News show by myself today. We have three guests joining me to talk about their three esteemed football clubs. So first and foremost, even though he was the last one here, I'm going to introduce him first because he finished second in the league last year. Oh, he just disappeared. Never mind. Joining us on the channel, he got me, is a guy who's been on the channel before. He was on the channel yesterday. He's by far the worst Chelsea manager in FIFA history. And he claims he can deadlift 200 kilograms, which is the biggest lie ever said on YouTube. Man like Ahmed is in the building. How you doing, Ahmed, man? And you're on mute. There you are. Professional streamer. The bridge in the description, guys.
First things first, apology about that. Listen, I'm doing well. Sensational, you know me, man. Enjoying myself, man. Gotta enjoy life, boys, innit? You know what I mean? Big up to everyone, though. First and foremost.
Are you still going to say that you deadlift...
Yes, I deadlift. It's actually quite easy, bro. Believe me. I've got the muscles, you know what I mean? Come on, man. Have shame.
So you know, 200 kilograms is like bodybuilder level. You know this, right?
Yes, I used to like actually professionally go to the gym beforehand. It used to be like a little thing I used to do back when I was at university. So it's something that I usually do. Believe me. Not so much now because I'm a bit more busier. MashaAllah, man. MashaAllah. See? You know what I mean? MashaAllah, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
I appreciate
even I can't deadlift 200 kilograms.
You really can't do it. You know, man.
Bro, 200 kilograms is like bodybuilder level. That's 450 pounds.
Bro, you know, the first time I went to the gym, yeah? I'm being serious, yeah? The first time I went to the gym, I was able to deadlift 130 with ease. So.
Oh my God. Let me just...
It's too easy.
You are the biggest liar on this platform.
I'm not lying. This is not a lie, bro. What I'm saying.
I'm fully gonna put you bottom row when we introduce the rest of them. You're fully waffling.
No problem, bro.
Man said I can deadlift 130 kilogram right off the bat. Like just entering the gym. Okay, bro. Okay, fair enough. I didn't realize I'm doing a stream with Arnold.
All natural, no steroids.
MashaAllah, Arnold Abdi in the building. Joining us next on the channel, a guy who ain't been on the channel in a while. You get me? A Nigerian representative. Him and myself went through the same exact pain this year, losing our continental final. We thought we were going to do it. But joining us on the channel is the man, the myth, the legend. Man like Kunle is in the building. How you doing, Kunle, man? You're on mute.
Oh my God.
I did it on purpose. Just to follow the trend.
Thank you, man. Thanks, bro. Thank you.
Oh yeah, now my people. It's your dark-skinned man from the motherland. If you didn't know before, today you go understand. Big up everyone in the chat. Big up Hussam. Smash the like buttons right away. If you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Subscribe quickly, sharply. And this fraud below me, he's usually a fraud when it comes to Chelsea. But look, Hussam, the power of Africa can make you do crazy things. So let's not doubt the guy just yet. Let's not doubt him.
Kunle, 200 kilograms. 200 kilograms.
That's over time.
You know that's like, you know that,
bro.
No, but one second. Let me tell Kunle.
Bro,
Kunle,
the power of Africa can make you do stuff, bro. You've been to different sides of Africa. You can see just powerful people. They're not in the gym, but they're just powerful. Do you get me?
No, I know. I had a Nigerian friend at uni. Never stepped foot into the gym. He had chest and six pack. I don't know how. He eat like shit as well. So I don't know how he's like But the one thing I'll say is when you say you can deadlift 200 kilograms, that's like you can compete in the Olympics level. You know, that's like I'm gonna go to the Olympics.
Bro, just
and like
carrying the weight
deadlift.
is 200 kg. Leave me, bro. I
Ahmed,
actually trained.
200
trained.
kg is like two human
I
beings.
trained,
You're saying you can
but I
lift with your
trained.
bare hands.
Brother, I trained. That's the difference. That's what I'm saying. I didn't do it straight away. I said I trained. That's the difference. So come on, man. Let's get that right first and fast.
Yeah, that's a lie, but okay. And finally, last but not least, he was actually the first one here. Only one on time. You get me. Also,
Wow.
on
You're
the
gonna do
channel-
that. You're gonna
What's
do
that?
that. There was no need for that part. The only one on time. We were all
No, but he was
flowing.
the
The
only
show
one on
was
time,
going.
so
You get what I'm saying? We didn't need
it's
to
true.
reference that at all.
It's
Anyway.
true. It's true. It's true. He's always on time as well. You guys have seen him on A-listers before. He's been on the channel talking about Man United. But today there is no Hamza cooking. There's none of that stuff. Today he's just here to talk transfers. It's going to be a very calm show. And this year it was actually only Olympiacos who made him happy because Man United stink. And the Knicks lost as well in the playoffs. So joining us on the channel as well, like Grigsy. Give it Grigsy till the end of the season. How are you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, bro. Hope everyone is well. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Obviously, it's been a minute. I think it's been like since 3 weeks since we did A-listers. So it's good to be back. Obviously, like you said, no Hamza to cook, which makes me a little bit sad because cooking Hamza is my favorite pastime on a Monday night. So, but it is Thursday, so you know what? Fair enough. We don't have to cook Hamza today. I think his Twitter will cook himself anyway.
I like you yesterday on Ahwa.
Oh, he was cooked yesterday.
Yeah, you got cooked yesterday. There you go, man.
Yeah.
His head was so gone. We asked him a question about KDB. He spoke about Gerrard, Henry, Scholes. He did not say a word about KDB.
You know how he
He's
does,
like,
man. Always dance
yo,
around.
Hamza, what do you think of KDB getting booed by the Belgian fans? He's like, Steven Gerrard, pass the ball back. France, Euro 2004. I'm like, okay, that got nothing to do with KDB.
No, I
but
talked
big
about
up, man.
Lampard with England too. I was like, what's going on, man?
Come on. We all know Hamza's fraudulence. Big up to the mods as well. I see you guys in the cut. As the guys said, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's get to 100 likes ASAP. And let's just get this party started directly. By the way, Grigs Talk is in the description. One Touch TV is in the description. And the bridge is in the description. We want to get Ahmed to 1.5K as well. So we want to get Grigs to 1K. Let's help these guys, get to their targets. So first club I'm going to start with is actually Man United. Apparently, first of all, there's a lot to unpack. Like, I'll be honest with you, there's a lot to speak about. There's INEOS, there's Zirzkee, there's a whole lot of situations. So I'm just going to give the kind of the headlines to Griggs, and then I'll let him speak. And of course, Kunle and Ahmed will chime in. Here's the thing. Apparently, they might sell the name rights to Old Trafford to build their new stadium. So their new stadium might be called like whatever, the Samsung Galaxy Arena or like whatever,
Yeah.
And
New Trafford, no?
INEOS, possibly.
Only fans
And
Trafford, you know what I mean?
INEOS want to take UEFA to court because of the similar ownership thing, where apparently they're not allowed to make the transfer of Todibo to Man United. And the third thing is Zirzkee's agent does not want to send him to AC Milan. And officially AC Milan, I believe, have signed the striker already or are looking at signing a striker. I forgot who. I apologize.
Lukaku. They're looking at Lukaku.
Yes, that's why I forgot, because he's crap. So this opens the pathway for Zirzkee to Manchester United. Griggs, Man United, transfers, all that stuff. The floor is yours. Talk to the people.
Obviously, I'll start with Zirzkee because more transfer related. It's a good signing. Obviously, I've watched a little bit about him at Bologna because I like Thiago Motta's football. I watched it, and Bologna are actually taking over the Euros. So obviously, they was doing something right over there. He's a good player. Obviously, he's a different profile to Rasmus Højlund, so that's good to have different kind of strikers. He's more of a target man. He's a direct replacement for Martial, who obviously left the club. As for his agent, I don't like getting into business with agents like that. I think Kunle, as an Arsenal fan, I think he worked a lot at your club, that Kia Judge something. I don't know his last name. I can't pronounce it. A little shady, I'm not going to lie. He's asking for like 15 million commission fees. That's a lot of money for an unproven striker. I know he had a good season, but I also remember Zirzkee at Bayern when he was at a big club. He had a lot of attitude issues. At Anderlecht, I think we've all seen the video where company ripped him apart. He was yelling at him like crazy. So can he work at United with a Ten Hag, who is a very stubborn manager, and he's known to berate you as well? So it'll be interesting. But I think he fits. I think he'll be a good player. I think a release cost around 35, 40 mil. In a striker market where anyone's 15 mil and above, it's hard to get a striker for that cheap these days. I think it would work. Obviously, I wish I got to see a little bit more of him at the Euros, but he doesn't get any minutes because Ronald Koeman is not a good manager, and the guy just doesn't like playing anyone under the age
He's
of
the
23.
Dutch Southgate. Let's just say it as this.
Yeah, he doesn't like playing anyone under the age of 23. So obviously, we're not going to get to see him. But I'll take what I saw at Bologna. I'll take it in stride and hope that he could do good things. As for the stadium, obviously, I'm not in Manchester, so I don't have any like real attachment with Old Trafford. Would I like to see it torn down and stuff like that? Not really. I am a historian at the end of the day. I do like history, so I do like what it stands for. And as for the name rights, obviously Old Trafford is a historic name and stuff like that. New Trafford, I'm not gonna lie, kind of sounded cold. I do like Old Trafford. The New Trafford. I have heard it before. United do need to get into a new era anyway. Kind of leave the past in the past, and maybe calling our stadium New Trafford might do that. But with INEOS right now, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of stuff's going on. Not even just with the stadium. I know the women's team is kind of getting.
Bro, your women's team is getting chefed, you know. It's actually getting chefed.
So I know a lot of fans are upset about that, which I kind of do agree with them on that standpoint. Like, you did buy Manchester United, you have to care about anything that is involved within Manchester United, and the women's team is part of that. And they just won the FA Cup as well, just like the men's team did. So they accomplished the same exact shit. So you gotta represent them as much as you represent the men's team, and the women's team is probably more better vibes anyway. So
can I ask you a question, Grigs, if you don't mind me going?
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I want to ask you a question about Zirzkee in particular, yeah, because
I've
watched a lot of Serie A on the side, yeah, and I think for me, I think his in the box presence is what worries me a bit more about him. I would say more than anything else, actually, because if you're a striker, I feel like you got to be in there to be.
Did you just say it worries you or it's a good thing?
No, it worries me. It worries me.
Oh, it worries you. Okay.
Yeah, of course, because he's a striker. I feel like for me, whenever I watch Bologna, I feel like I don't feel him in that box. I don't see his presence there a lot of the time. And that for me, maybe you could say if he's paired with a Højlund, maybe Højlund's gonna be the guy that's gonna be in the box a bit more, and then he could be in and around that. But like, let's say if Højlund's not playing and then he's your predominant striker, you know what I'm saying to you? That of course is a bit of a worry for me personally. I don't know about you, bro. And then
I hear it, to be fair. I mean, he's not really my exact kind of striker. I like a striker, like you mentioned, is in the box, can rip the ball into the back of the net. Like those full court finishes that we've seen at the Euros, right, for Germany, that's my kind of finishes. Like,
F kiss, man.
Obviously, Zirzkee can't do that. The box presence does worry me, but the thing is, he'll have a Rashford next to him who will probably take a more of a burden of the responsibility for the goal. So that might help him a little bit.
Are you guys going to keep him, like, for sure now?
Rashford? I'm going to assume we keep him. Obviously, he might get sold. I don't know. And if he does get sold, then I don't get the point of signing Zirzkee if you sell Rashford, because the whole point of getting Zirzkee is to benefit a guy like Rashford as opposed to Højlund, who doesn't really fit with Rashford as well. So if you sell Rashford, then just keep Højlund as your number 9 and go get more creative wingers that can help Højlund. So we'll see with that. I don't think United will end up selling Rashford, though. I don't think he'll want to leave, but we'll see. Obviously, there's no definitive when it comes to transfers, so we'll see about that. But I do agree with Ahmed. I do think the box movement worries me a little bit, but we might get a coach named Ruud van Nistelrooy, and who better to learn box movement from than one of the best coaches of all time?
That's real talk. That's real talk. That's real talk.
Van Nistelrooy. I think Van Nistelrooy and Højlund will work. I'm not sure Van Nistelrooy and Zirzkee maybe.
And I don't think he's gonna make him like the best box mover in the world. But he can teach him a little bit of that.
You know what I mean?
Striker, if he can work with Højlund, he can work with Zirzkee. He's a coach at the end of the day now. He's not a small boy anymore. But Grigs, just so before we like go deep into this conversation, just respectfully, while I'm on the panel, there'll be no Erik ten Hag disrespecting, not on my watch, okay? So big up Erik first of all. Second of all, like this Zirzkee thing, it makes sense depending on what exactly Man U are trying to do this season coming forward. What are they trying to do? If it's trying to maintain top 6, Zirzkee makes sense. They'll play us. They'll have a style of play maybe, and Zirzkee will do his thing, and the other players will flourish, whatever. If that's what they're trying to do, then Zirzkee makes sense, because it's not like unless this season coming forth is Højlund's breakout season where he's like, I was just warming in my first year. I'm ready to break out now. Start back getting us 20+ goals. If that happens, then Zirzkee looks even better, because maybe you can challenge for top 4. But unless that happens with Højlund, you lot ain't challenging for top 4 signing a man like Zirzkee.
This is true, by the way.
He had a bags man already. It was different.
This is a very important point, what Kunle said. And this is where, like, I know United fans don't have the Chelsea fan gene. Sorry, Ahmed, for the stray. Wasn't you, but like we're talking most Chelsea fans. They have patience. United fans usually do have patience. I know, like United fans, like, oh, we're Man United, we're the biggest club in the world. But overall, if you like dig through their actual conversations, they usually do all have patience. They usually are patient. They usually are willing to have conversations. And I think Zirzkee will be given time, but we have to speak about levels of expectations here. Yes, playing for Manchester United is massive responsibility and all that stuff. But someone like him, here's the downside. And I'll give a genuine, realistic scenario for a young striker. He might come in, score a goal every single game for his first 6 games, but then go 5 games without a goal. But then go 3 games after that and score, and then go 3 games without a goal. It's how you react when he goes 5 games without a goal that shows you how like his comeback is, because young strikers are really inconsistent. And there's no like, it's not like, let's say, for example, Man United side Ivan Toney tomorrow. He ain't going to go 5 games, 6 games, 7 games without a goal. He's going to be consistently scoring goals. But, he might have a bad game or 2 there. Of course, I'm not saying he's going to be flawless 38 games, Donna, can you stop abusing every man? Because you are a guy from India and we all heard your voice. You fraud. Grigs is straight and he's Greek. So have some shame. He's not interested. Okay.
Wow.
So, yes, Grigs. In terms of the patience with thingy. Go ahead.
Yeah, obviously, I kind of agree with you. With Zirzkee, I don't expect him to ever get more than like a 12-goal season in the Premier League. He's not that kind of striker, so I'm never going to expect. And United fans are probably going to rate him because he's similar to Martial, and a lot of United fans still hold on to the Martial stocks from 2015.
Yeah, Martial sexuals, man.
It's 2024. They have the French flag and everything on Twitter. It still exists. So yeah, obviously, I think he'll get given time. I don't expect him to be that kind of stuff, but. The thing with United is if we're winning, no one's going to care about how many goals he scored. If we're losing, that's when the talk starts happening and stuff like that. So as long as he's like, let's say, for example, Rashford, he helps facilitate Rashford like a workhorse was, for example. United fans are going to forget all about whether he's putting the ball in the back of the net. As long as we're winning, as long as other players around him are getting the goals, which is what I think he's coming in to help for. And he is more of a Ten Hag striker than a Højlund is theoretically based on Ten Hag's past strikers, whether it was Weghorst, whether it was Aller, whether it was Kasper Dolberg. He kind of likes that tall target man. Højlund is tall, but he's not really a target man.
Kasper Dolberg, that's a throwback.
Yeah, I mean, he's still playing for Denmark now.
Everyone wanted him like 5 years ago. Everyone.
The Ajax Ponzi scheme is still exists today. So yeah, I think it'll work, man. But it'll be interesting. Also, like I said, if we do get Ruud, it'll be interesting to see what like.
I've never actually really asked you your thoughts on Ten Hag's thing because we haven't spoken. I think
on Ten Hag's thing. All right, so obviously I was surprised at first when it happened.
Hey, watch it.
But at the end of the day, though, it's just you just got to move on, right? I don't like the decision, but as a fan, there's nothing I can do about it. I can't go outside Old Trafford with the pitchfork and be like, "Oh, Ten Hag sack, Ten Hag sack, Ten Hag sack." What's wrong with you? So at the end of the day, we move on with it, and just hope that he can fix what he broke and that. He can just
what it is, Grigs? If I may, yeah. I've said this before, yeah. When it was between like allegedly Tuchel and like thingy, I was like, the team right now is probably in a transition. You probably want to rebuild the team. You want to like remove a lot of these guys that are in your team at dead weight at the end of the day. Now you could stick it out, I said, with Ten Hag, or you could bring in a guy like Tuchel essentially, who for a season or two can stay at your club. Circumvent the stuff, can at least do some. He's like tactically strong enough to at least get people in positions to work for the time being, and then you bring in a manager where it's kind of like a fresh slate at the end of the day, because that's what you need.
But why is everyone assuming that Ten Hag is gone anyway? That's the part that I'm
like, it's disrespect. Like, what's going on here?
What do you mean, like assuming that he's gone?
Analyze
Big E,
just said.
Disrespect like, we're
Big E, Ten Hag this year, so the other guy comes in with fresh idea. But who told you they're gonna sack him? What if Ten Hag gets top 4, wins an FA Cup, or let's say?
Sam, can I ask you a question, my brother? Can I answer you a question, Sam? Yeah. How truly likely is that, man? I'm just being honest about this. Yeah. How truly likely?
You want me to tell you how likely?
All right, Ahmed,
if he is not the one making transfer decisions, 100% he could get top 4. What's stopping him?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, this is crazy. What's going on? Ahmed, what's going on here? Erik Ten Hag, at the very least, this man deserves this season coming forward. He's earned it.
No, but I said he's gonna get the
Two
season. But I agree with you.
No, so let's just watch this space, because at the end of the day, he's taught these Man United boys how to win trophies again. Eric did that. Let's not forget that Eric did that.
Yo, this
Before
gaslighting.
Before Eric, when was the last time they won a trophy? Wasn't it? It was a few years back, no?
Mourinho, wasn't it? That was before.
Okay, so he taught you how to redo it again with these boys, and now you like have got, because every Man United fan told me it's bigger than the manager. It's bigger than the manager. It's about the back room and the structure and all that stuff. So okay, so they're fixing the structure. This guy that's won you back-to-back trophies deserves a shot with the structure, and let's see what he's made of. Because there was a lot of obstacles. Hold on. Let me land.
Defend him. Go on, Kunle.
He's had a lot of injuries to deal with, had a lot of problems to deal with at Old Trafford, but he still came out with 2 trophies. So you lot should get behind this man. No negativity. Get behind this man this season. Like, remove the responsibility of transfers from him, because he's proven his talent ID ain't that good. I'll give it that. Let someone else control that, and then let him just focus on coaching the boys and see what he does this season. That's what I'm saying. Get behind your man.
The reason why I agree with Kunle is, I'm going to give you the floor now. The reason why I agree with Kunle is his Ten Hag's biggest problem is actually his transfer talent ID for me. Top biggest problem. If I remove that from him and I go like Ratcliffe and whoever the hell, Ashworth, Barada, blah, 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 you guys make the transfers in the image of the club, not in the image of Ten Hag. So now Ten Hag, shut the hell up. Don't recommend any player. Don't get involved. We're going to buy the players. You be a coach. All your job is just to coach. And with Wilcox and these guys telling him, we want to play offensive football, you want to do this, you want to do that, he can have his handprints on it. There is, in my mind, genuinely, I'm not even trolling, there is nothing stopping him from repeating the first year that he had, which is top 4 and a trophy. Nothing stopping him.
There's a lot stopping him. First of all, I don't like. The thing with Ten Hag is the reason I wanted him gone is I don't like rewarding someone that had the worst season in Manchester United Premier League history. I know we won the FA Cup and stuff like that, but I always measure trophies based on how you like. You won the trophy, but is it like as a measure of success? Like, is it? Are you improving as a team while winning the trophy? We won the FA Cup. We didn't improve as a team. Like last year when we won the Carabao Cup, that meant more to me because I sensed like that. Okay, this is the first trophy in the Ten Hag era. We've had a good season so far. It looks like we're not back, but we're on the process of being up. Last year, the only reason why the FA Cup mattered that much to me is because who we beat in it. We beat our local rivals. We beat Manchester City. So it's kind of like a salvation to a terrible, terrible season and something to smile about. But that's all it was. That's all it was for me. So Ten Hag for me never deserved to get rewarded. INEOS have decided to keep him, but don't forget. These guys were flirting with every manager available on the market in the meantime while deciding to keep him or not. So it's not, he was never the number one choice. They went to Tuchel, they flew him out to Monaco, they flew him out to Ratcliffe's mansion in Monaco, watching F1 and all that, and it was discussing financials with him. So they wanted Tuchel, and then something broke down. The Zirzkee too.
Hissam. Hissam.
I have to ask the question.
It breaks my heart, Hissam. It breaks my heart hearing shit like this, because what Grigs just said, like, I'm going to show you why he's disingenuous. He said a trophy doesn't show a level of success depending on, maybe you're determined on how you finish in the league. Has this team improved? Well, you can argue that, yes, it has. Don't you think being the man of the match in the FA Cup final is going to do massive things for Kobe Minor? Next season, go into next season.
The first time I ever did a show with
wait. I've come round full circle. He's won me over 2, Grigs. He's won me over 2. I'm always ready to admit when I was wrong. I didn't see this boy doing things he did this season, and he's shocked me. When people talk about Seedorf-esque type style, I can see a bit of Seedorf in him. He's not as good, but the movement, the technicality, the boy can play. So he scored the winning goal.
Ahmed's laughing. Your Chelsea fan base call every player good. Have some shame.
No, I'm just laughing.
Your fan base was comparing Enzo to Riquelme a week ago. They were comparing Enzo to
my guy like that. I'm never comparing I'm not comparing players to greats.
What part of what I'm saying is funny? Is he not going to have more confidence for scoring a win in the FA Cup final? Hoyland winning a trophy at Manchester United. I think that's his first trophy. Is it not?
I'm not disagreeing.
Guess what?
What are we doing here?
Before you go, 1 second. Do you remember what happened when
these players are getting locked in?
By the way, one talking about
Locked in,
confidence
he
after
says.
winning a trophy. Do you know what happened to United after they won the Carabao Cup? They held a 7-0 loss to Liverpool a week after. So I don't. So there's nothing about no confidence after winning a trophy like that.
You're
We
talking
won the
about, stop
trophy.
talking about, stop talking about old shit. I'm talking about here and now.
So
What we
Kunle-
just saw. What we just saw, and we saw Eric Ten Hag take these boys over the line against the best team in the world. That's why you're frozen. That's why your screen is frozen.
So
Greg.
Kunle, the reason why you're saying, I
He's
can
not
hear what you're
frozen.
saying, but the issue is there's
Oh,
also
maybe it's my connection.
miracles, bro. If I'm being honest, yeah, United in the FA Cup final, they got lucky. The last 2 times I think they faced Man City, right? They lost.
We didn't get lucky. We didn't get lucky. We
No. What I mean, but yeah, well, listen. If I'm being honest, you did kind of get lucky in the sense, not of your tactics, but in the sense that Man City also did not come to play either. You know what I'm saying? Man City did not really come to play that game either. If we're being fair, right? So, listen, I think for me, there's also, especially with young players, they can have great first seasons, but at the same time, the second season doesn't usually might not also turn out good for them either. They might slightly regress. So it's not always, a full thing of consistently, improving per time. But with Ten Hag, the main issue I've always had here is that he's not even been able to bring in his so-called style of play from his previous club to Manchester United. So, that is the big issue, bro. Like, say what you want, about like with my previous gaffer in Tuchel. I'll just use him as an example, right? He at least brought his style of play to the club. You know what I mean? The way he played. So Ten Hag's not doing that. He even brought in players last
what
season.
Did I get him? What did I get him? Sacked.
Wait.
He got him sacked, Ahmed. That's where I got him. Sacked.
And in most scenarios, I would have gotten Ten Hag sacked too.
To be honest,
You got sacked in Croatia, mate.
Yeah, but listen.
You were too shout out as well, Ahmed.
Yeah, I'm too shout out. So listen, don't worry. You know me.
Listen, here's before we move on to Chelsea, because we have Chelsea next. Grigs, I'll give you the final word on Man United. No one attack him. Let him just have his 2 minutes so we can move on to Chelsea. Go ahead, Greg.
United, obviously, I don't know. United are broke right now. We have like $5 to offer to clubs right now. It's not looking good financially. So we'll see what happens. INEOS are not going to say on fraud watch, but they did keep Ten Hag, and Ratcliffe talked about wanting to back the manager 100%, and that's one of the key reasons why United have fallen off the past decade. So put your money where your mouth is, man. Just back the manager, get him the players that. Not saying that he specifically needs, but like profiles and stuff like that. And let's see what Ten Hag ball actually is, because now he has no excuses. He has the structure, all that kind of stuff. Let's see if we can prove, because it is more likely that Ten Hag fails than he succeeds. But I'm going to be a little bit on the optimism side and hope that he does succeed and that he proves me wrong and that he can help fix what he broke. And if he doesn't, we move on from him at the end of the day. That's what you got to do. I'm not gonna cry because Ten Hag stayed.
That, to be honest, is the most logical conclusion right there.
You just got to hope. You got to back your team, man. Just got to have to back the team.
Ahmed, wait. You're going to use all your breath now in the Chelsea section, Habibi. There's a lot to talk about when it comes to your club. Your club's... You're broke! You're broke! You're fucking poor!
I can explain everything.
Big up to Donna. Says, Grigs sounds very intelligent to me. Nice. Yes. Appreciate him as a brother. Don, not Donna, because we all heard your voice already. You are a man. Big up to Kunle, who says, big up to Emmanuel, who says, how far Kunle, nice haircut, my Niger brother from Ghana. Big up to you, Emmanuel. Thank you so much for the super chat. Charlie boy. Rivals on the pitch, or not rivals off the pitch. You get me. Big up to you, Emmanuel. I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. Listen, big up to Emmanuel. Big up to Donna, aka Don. You get me, for the super chats. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing. We've got 420 people. We want to get to 200 likes, 300 likes ASAP, so we can get to the other guy and the other guy and the other guy. Make sure you guys are subscribing as well. And now moving on to our main meal, of course. My favorite club to talk about, the club that I have their fan base by the you-know-what. Ahmed, I saw your stream yesterday. Chelsea, big up to, before we move on, big up to Zero, says the moment Ten Hag can't coach Ajax ways, bye-bye. I hear that, Zero, to be honest with you. And here's the thing. I've always been balanced with the argument. I said, has he done enough to get sacked? Yes. Based on the options in the market, I wouldn't have sacked him either. McKenna, Maresca, all this crap. Nah, those are just as much risks, if not higher risks than.
By the way, one last thing on United, it's gonna be funny when Ruud van Nistelrooy is a manager by December.
Yeah, that's gonna be hilarious.
It's a possibility. So it's a possibility.
Wait, why? Hey, Greg, stop this! Don't wish that up on your
club. Do you know how slick INEOS are? By the way, one last thing. You know how? By the way, one last thing. You know how slick INEOS are? By the way, one of the reasons why Ten Hag I say because a lot of the fans were on Ten Hag's side and stuff like that. Ten Hag will not have the fans on his side when it comes to him versus Ruud van Nistelrooy. One's a club legend, and United fans always love Ruud because he scored so many goals. He'll lose that side of the fan base. So INEOS will have no pressure if they sack him because everyone's gonna be like, okay, we're getting Ruud in. It's calm. We're on your side. Ruud van Nistelrooy, club legend, striker, all that kind of stuff. So INEOS are kind of
2.0.
yeah, except he actually knows how to
better.
coach. A little bit
But he's
better.
he's a good coach.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah, fair enough.
Big up Zir, Habibi. Big up to you. Big up Zir, Emmanuel Donna. As we said, like, share, comment, subscribe. At Chelsea, Habibis. We're Chelsea. We're the biggest club in London. We do what we want. Talk to me, Ahmed Habibi. Why can't you sign Isak? Why can't you afford Isak? Can you tell the world, brother?
I don't even know why I'm going after him, to be honest. Person's first for me personally. But apparently they're asking for north of like 150, 160, 170. And I don't think the club is willing to pay that fee for him at the end of the day. So that's pretty much the reason why, more so than anything else. Literally, that's it.
Wait, has anyone else heard figures like 160, 170? I'm just asking. I'm not.
No,
yeah,
I have.
Yeah.
I've not heard as
No.
high as
So
160.
yeah. So basically,
What?
because I can listen. I've got my.
Are you just inflating it a little bit
Oh,
more?
here comes Ahmed. I've got my source. Ketchup,
You're
mustard.
sorted.
I'll send it obviously in the
Come on,
private
man.
chat to you. You know me. Listen, man.
Also, send us the private chat of you benching however many weights.
Listen,
you
we'll
said
get
you
that
could
sorted
bench.
out. Do you know? And here we go. Because not that. Let me bring that one up for you right now. Give me one
Even
moment.
Kunle turned on him with the deadlift.
Listen, while we're waiting, yeah, while I actually bring up, I have it on the side. I'm just gonna like copy it later on. I think for me, just the price involved is gonna be too much, and I also think for me, fundamentally, he's not attainable as of right now. He's probably gonna get a contract at Newcastle. He's probably a lot more settled at Newcastle at the end of the day. So listen, at the end of the day, that's where he's gonna be going. I don't know why we're even going for Isak. I feel like the striker like we've been going after are kind of confusing me because we've been linked to John Duran and Samuel Omeridion, who are like two similar ill players in terms of the way they play. But then at the same time, we've been linked to Maximilian Bayer. We've been linked to obviously Isak now. There was another gentleman whose name I literally just forgot as well that we were linked with. Whose name I'll remember later on. Right. And they all are like very similar to Jackson types. So it's like, can the club make up their mind on the striker type they are looking? Oh, Jonathan David, that's it. Yeah. So can the club make up their mind on the type of guy they want, actually, first and foremost?
Wait, Ahmed, did you just tell a lie? Did you?
No. I'm being serious. 3 of these strikers.
No, wait, Hussam. He just told us on your channel that he has no idea why Chelsea would want to sign Isak. No idea.
No.
Yes, because the reason why for the last 2 seasons.
Yes.
So I don't care about profiles that they're looking at.
We haven't heard why
he's a bagsman. He's a bagsman. That's why.
The reason why I said I'm surprised by that is because for me, the club,
the
way
style
they've
of
been
player,
moving.
bro. Come on.
No, it's not the way the club have been moving. I didn't think we were gonna be getting a marquee signing. So like that's why I was really surprised when I heard we were gonna be like we were in for Isak, to be honest. That's the reason why for me.
Your club.
Like they've been winning because the thing is the club has been weirding me out necessarily because of the fact that we've not really been hearing anything about a marquee signing coming into the club. They've been doing like these obviously the youth project that we've been doing at the club has also been like the main thing they've been looking at. And then they usually, I've said this before, I don't know on your channel, 40 million is usually what the club goes for, the maximum for players that they're buying as of right now. If they want to pay more than 40 million for a player, that is like again an Enzo, like I said, sadly Mudryk, right, was another one of those. But other than that, those are like players they truly believe in to be the next level. But that's pretty much it. So
Ahmed, I'll ask you the same question I asked you last time.
Yes.
Are you worried?
I've said this before. I'm quite worried right now. I need to still see what's going on in the market right now. But I think for me, I've said this to you before, bro. I do think you need to be bringing 1 or 2 players. I won't say, I know people look to use the word experience. I think the word I like to use is consistency. Players who are consistent, really producing the numbers that you need them to do. So, yeah, in order for us to make sure we get top 4. Because the team, I would say, is our team right now is a good team. It needs, yes, another year of experience, but at the same time, it needs players that are going to also help us in those, good peak moments to get us to the top 4 level, in my personal opinion.
No, but the fact that you can't sign the likes of Isak.
It's not because again, it's not a wages issue, Sam. The issue is actually the value. I don't think the club. I've said this before. The club have this weird.
So you're one of the people who believe Olise was wages.
It was wages. They literally confirmed it was wages. It's been confirmed by the Athletic Report.
Fair enough.
It was wages. Yeah.
Okay.
You know me. I've told you before, bro. Yeah, 200k and above. it seems the club is not willing to go there unless they have the data to back it. That's why they didn't go after Elise, apparently. They said no to Elise.
And from a financial perspective is what I'm asking about, you being worried or not. Are you worried the fact that you can't make these signings anymore?
It's not a financial issue because we've shown that we can be financially strong. I think, again, Chelsea is probably waiting until the first week of June to start doing what they do. That's what.
When you say not a financial issue, you just said it's the money. It's too much money. That's financial.
Sorry,
They don't,
guys.
but they don't believe in the value of Isak. That's why they don't want to spend 120, 130 million on him. That's all it is, bro. They've done 150. They've done 120 million before, bro. It's not that financial. They have this. They find loopholes all the bloody time. If they wanted to do it, they would do it. It's just that I don't think they think the value of him and then the value they believe that he's at.
Do you still have that school of thought, though? If they wanted to do it, they would have done it.
If they
With
wanted to,
everything
they would
being
have done it.
reported about Chelsea from PSR, the fact that they need to sell this much by this date and all that stuff, do you
If that
actually
was
still
true,
believe
if
that?
that again, bro, if that was true, we would have been seeing a lot more player sales. They would have been forcing that move for Chalobah right now. They would have been forcing the move for Gallagher right now. If that was honestly the well and truly the case, bro. I'm being serious.
Like,
Apparently,
you know, Ahmed,
Mhm.
I'm like, you see Chelsea right now, man. I know it's unfortunate, but you lot are moving like. Remember when Everton started splashing cash like a few years ago? Just
Good
random
example.
shit. Like that's kind of what Bowley's on right now. That's why you're confused going from this striker to that striker, and what tends to happen. You're more realistic. Most of the fan base just tries to find a spin or some sort of
Ahmed
PR
is definitely
story.
realistic. That's why I like working with him.
Yeah, like they try and spin it and say, no, we're doing it because of this, when they actually have no clue why they're doing it, because Chelsea don't have a clue why they're doing it. And it's a lot of freestyle. The reality is, I think eventually, some years down the line, this Bowley situation will finally fix itself, maybe 3-4 years down the line, because they've got so much money. They'll probably figure it out, I guess. But until then, there's going to be a lot of pain. I don't see Chelsea in the Champions League for the next 2 seasons. And what's going on? It's just they're confusing their fan base right now, and because a lot of them were getting during the Abramovich era, they're just getting behind it. When you speak to fans that have been there for a bit longer, like Winter Surfer, they're a bit more realistic about the current situation. This is going to take time because the reality, it is a mess. Yeah, you had a little good run back end of the season, but played a lot of teams that weren't really playing for much and not really a lot of pressure. So I'm not taking too much into that. If you get off to a really good start this season, and then sack the manager. But if you get
I
to a
think
good start this
fundamentally,
season,
though, I think fundamentally, though, you know, I hear when Poch had to leave. When Poch had to leave, it made sense for me. Even though I was a bit more slightly reticent towards the end, I understood why he had to leave because of like, you know, I felt like there were times where his coaching just let the team down. That's what it just really came down to. It for me. I also would like to add, I don't think, you know, they're doing the Everton thing. You know, I usually listen. I would be one of those guys here that would agree with you if that was the case. I think what's happening here is that more so with the striker situation, I would argue, right, is that they've got this list that they keep on doing of like the most top tier talents. That's what they do. They usually back everything they do by data. At least that's what we've been told, right? They've gone down the list for every single one, and that's why we're getting links to David, links to some of these other gentlemen. And for me personally, I'm just like, don't sign a striker at all. You've got Jackson. He's already got 14 goals and 5 assists this season for us. You've got to have Nkuku here. He's going to be fully fit, hopefully, this season too, right? At least you've got 2 guys there that can at least give you 15 goals to 28 goals at the very least, from Nkuku at least 15 to 20, and hopefully Jackson can repeat his season and be a bit more bow. That's all it is for me personally. So again, there's other positions I would probably like to strengthen. You know,
the one thing though that confuses me is if you can't afford Isak, and let's be real, listen, the striker market stinks right now in Europe. So you know that Isak is going to command, you know, that level of fee. I mean, minimum 100 million. Worst case scenario.
115, that's what they're asking for, apparently, and more.
That's what I'm saying. Minimum 100 million is what they should have expected before even making the phone call.
100%.
The question then becomes, why make that inquiry to begin with if you're not willing to pay that much money?
I think
thinking that they want.
I agree. No. Listen, I think what they do, they've been making due diligence for every single striker, and then they're just hearing back from the clubs.
But wait,
that's what they're doing, bro. That's
5 minutes ago, you just said that you have no clue why Chelsea are going for this striker and this striker.
No,
and now you're giving us an explanation for it. Like, what's going on?
No, I'm agreeing with you, dude. But I'm agreeing with you, bro. I'm just saying that they just made an
due diligence with Isak. That's not due diligence. That's the hottest Premier League striker right now. That's not even due diligence.
I want to say due diligence.
Due diligence is like Zirzkee level. That's due diligence.
No, I mean, all Chelsea did was ask Newcastle how much Isak going to cost. They hit him with the 115, and Chelsea said, "Never
Exactly.
mind, we got to give
Yes,
that
that's
up.
what it
We
is.
move
Yes.
on."
Listen, the club just did
But
literally the
don't
same
you
thing
guys
right
think
now.
they're simplifying it a little bit too much, acting like, bro, my thing is the following. If you're Chelsea Football Club, you're calling Newcastle to inquire about Isak. Fair enough. You want to do your due diligence. Did you expect them to say 60 million, 70 million? Like, you
No, but
already know
you
the
also
deal's
could
for
have
100 plus.
you also could have had maybe like Newcastle could have said, okay, what if we also get like a swap deal going? Maybe
Yes.
like money and a Conor Gallagher for Isak, stuff like something like that. Because I think Newcastle are on the market for like a couple of midfielders. Eddie Howe's English. He
Exactly.
would probably love a Conor Gallagher. As like
Even
a
Ahmed
long-term
has been linked
like
with him,
that.
sadly, even though I'm a big fan.
So yeah, stuff like that. So obviously, I don't know, man. But I think with Chelsea, obviously, I've been keeping track of like, well, their targets and stuff like that. I do agree with Ahmed a little bit on the striker. First of all, I don't think signing a player like Jackson makes sense. I would try to sign someone more like, I mean, Osimhen, but he's also like 100 mil plus, so they probably won't go for him either. But Jonathan David, I personally don't rate. I've always said like,
I agree with you, bro. I watched League
no
One,
disrespect to the guys, but let's be real. Romano has kind of brought his name into a limelight that he doesn't probably deserve to be in.
The agent's been giving Romano money, bro. He's been fan page since 2022, bro.
I don't know anything about the guy from Atleti, the Omar Dayan guy. He's young. I don't know a bunch about him, but he's kind of more the Chelsea rumors. The Olise, I was
I'm
on the assumption
and I don't know him, bro.
He even represents Spain, I think, like in under 20 points. Like it's crazy, but I thought Olise was going to Chelsea. I'm not gonna lie, I was like 100% because of his relationship with Joe Seals, and then
that was my guy, man.
Yeah, obviously it didn't end up happening, which I think in the long run, when you're looking at they're signing that Esteval kid from I think was it Palmeiras, he's meant to be like the next Neymar, as they always say in Brazil. But it's weird with Chelsea, man. I don't know what that club is doing half the time, but when you pile up that much talent. When you pile that much talent, though, eventually I'll have to click, right? Like it's just so much talent.
You know what it is with Chelsea? I'll tell you like this, bro. And I listen. I agree with everything that everyone's saying. By the way, to certain levels, I just think for me the issue is they're doing too much talent stockpiling, and not realizing. And that's what I've always said. By the way, there's too much overstock of talent, but then you don't even have like the multi club model. The only club we've got right now is Strasbourg, right? You haven't brought in other clubs, even if I was to say bring those talents elsewhere to other clubs. Right, the first team in itself, I get having some level of like talented players, but at the same time, you need to have one or two guys with some level of consistency that you know you're gonna get out of them too, which they have not added either, in my personal opinion. And Sterling's been a pretty much like respectfully a bust. You know, and that's the best way possible I can put it. Right. So until I see them add one or two more guys similar to that level, then I think it's fine. And again, this idea that no one wants to join, what's it called, Chelsea? I think it's not true. Yes, Chelsea is a big club. We can get these guys in. But the club needs to realize you're gonna probably have to slightly overplay for some of these guys.
I don't like this new mentality of 200K. If it's 200K wages or above, that we just say no to the player.
That's what I'm saying. Because I agree with you, Grigs. Because you know what happens? The moment you do that, you cut yourself off here from an echelon of quality players that can literally.
Because obviously with Elise, right? With Elise, it could work because you still have Cole Palmer, you have the Esteval kid, you have Pedri Paez coming through, so that's fine. But for example, Nico Williams on the left hand side wants to come to Chelsea. And he wants, I know he's already on 200K at Bilbao because they pay him a lot of money. Let's say he wants 225, 250.
Yeah.
And you say, no, bro, your alternative to Nico Williams is you play Mudryk for a full season. And Nico Williams is 55 million times the player than Mudryk.
Oh, wow. Baller. So he's about to come into his own this season, Mudryk.
No, he's not. I saw him play for Ukraine. They dropped him the final game where it was.
Bro, I'm telling you, Kunle, listen, Wow. I'm one of those guys that likes young talent, in terms of like, and actually likes to watch these guys and like do stuff. He's not it, bro. Respect. I've watched him.
Bro, you don't have to tell me, bro. I was so glad when
I've watched this guy so many times at Stamford Bridge, bro. And
bro, Mykhailo Mudryk is too quick for his own good. His feet are faster than his
bro. His game is the same every time. Super quick. Wrong decisions, does one little skill, gets people excited, and then nothing else for the game. That's his 90 minutes every time.
There's another guy I would say, if I've always said, if you're not gonna get Mykhailo Mudryk, if you're not gonna get even Nico Williams,
you talk about consistency and actually getting experienced players. I heard what you said till the end, even though I like that. I heard what you said till the end. And for me, this is the biggest issue. And speaking to Ahmed makes it easy because he actually says the issues himself. He's not waiting for me to say the issues. And I kind of have seen something, kind of be a trend in the Chelsea fans. and this is not just towards me, this is just towards a lot of people. If it's Kunle or myself or anyone else saying something about Chelsea, it's jealousy, it's this, it's that. I feel like they hate the messenger more than the message itself, because the message is the same message even from Chelsea fans. I heard Alex say it before, I heard many people say it before. At the end of the day, if you want to sign a player to come into Chelsea and make it better now, Guyu is not going to make you better now. Estivao is not going to make you better now. None of these players are going to make you better this very second, right now, right now. Are they going to make you better? No. Are you telling me, oh, they're going to make us better 3-4 years from now? Yeah, but that has nothing to do with it. Someone like an idiot in the chat comes say, oh, you're just jealous of Lavia and Caicedo. That's besides the point. That has nothing to do with the argument. The argument is, you cannot. This is why I praise Chelsea when they signed Tosin, because he's experienced, he's on a free, he's Premier League proven. Khalas, you come in, you play. No need for you to settle in. No need for any of that buzzwords that Chelsea fans like to use about all these kids. My issue is, you sign too many kids. That's the biggest problem. Like, let's say out of these 10 talents, one of them is the next Hazard. I'm gonna say, wow, next Hazard. The other 9, let's say 2 are Premier League level players. Okay, what happens to the other 7? Like, if Estivao, as an example, you paid 25 million for him. If he fails, you're going to sell him for how much? 5 million, 6 million, 7 million? So these are the things that people don't take into account. All these talents are not all going to manifest.
That's what I've said to you, Sam. Remember, Sam, I've said this to you before, right? That's the issue. I think because when we are under the previous regime of Roman, right, we signed so many of these elite players that did not bang, right? And it almost feels like we've gone the extreme opposite end, right? Where we've now gone for like the talent sort of thing, even though that is the new model, which, listen, again, I've said this before, I don't mind that model. You just need to tweak it for me, bring in a bit more experienced guys, right? But you also need to realize these young guys are not always gonna bang. No one is gonna bang, bro. So that's just the reality, you know.
That's why Olise was a perfect signing.
Hey, listen, I don't want to speak too much, you know what I mean? I've got to get angry with that one, you know what I mean? I don't want to speak.
Why don't you talk?
Because I wanted him. I actually genuinely wanted him in the team, yeah. But then you hear people say 200k a week for him. No, he's not worth it from by data. I'm like, bro, respectfully, data, yeah, can improve. You know what I mean? Yes, last season he was injured for the vast majority of the season. If he comes here if Enzo Maresca is able to play his style of play and it actually suits him, he could give you 15, 20 GNA. And then what? He's actually, paying his money, if we're being honest, right? So that's all it is for me personally, man. But at the end of the day, man,
Lewis's videos. This was the title of one of Lewis's videos. Is losing Olise really that deep? Yes, it is deep, Habibi.
I think it's more the way they lost him. It's one thing if he just chose Bayern, right, because of Champions League football and stuff like that. At the end of the day, when it comes to that, you just say you got to hold that, right? But it's the fact that Chelsea allegedly weren't willing to pay the wage demands, which was like only 200k. Well, 200k in the Premier League a week is peanuts. I'm not gonna lie.
Exactly.
For a club like Chelsea, that's peanuts. And for one of the wingers that is touted to be a top 3 winger in the league eventually, like he is on that progression track.
I would have taken him at Liverpool, happy.
I would have taken him at United. Obviously, I was kind of similar to when we lost Olise, when I kind of considered the fact, I was like, it's not that deep because I think there's a lot of wingers on the market, but it's because we also have a lot bigger needs than Chelsea in the market. We have to fix a lot, and we don't have that kind of cash that they have right now. So, but for them, they have the cash to spend on Olise. They had it, but they chose not to. And at the end of the day, it's Bayern's game.
Yeah, man. Fuck Chelsea.
I hear that.
Listen,
are you worried, Ahmed?
So you know me, I've said this before. Listen, I'm slightly worried. Of course, you know I am. I'm gonna wait and see next week, this end of this week.
No, but I respect that element because you're not just sat here shaking your head every time the club make a decision. Of course not. You can't be like
that, bro. You can't be like that, man.
Yeah, because it just comes to the stage where it's robotic. I don't know if you've seen my argument with Jesters and these other Chelsea fans that I have on strings for God knows what reason. Because the truth hurts. Listen, they want to.
At the end of the day, whether people need to realize at the end of the day, yes, it is a project, but at the same time, projects also need to have, spaces to allow certain things to happen that need to happen.
Yeah, Maresca needs 2 years, man. You gotta give him at least.
By the way, the people I think the issue with Maresca, by the way, is that I feel like we're slightly putting the brother into the deep end. I am worried about that one in particular too, because we're asking for top 4 from him. Yes, we only had 4 seasons. Yes, we were only 4 points or 5 points away from top 4 last season. But at the same time, the brother's new. It's going to be top 4, asking top 4 from him straight away. It's a bit worrying for me personally, but we'll see, man.
I hear you. Moving on to Arsenal. Before we do that, let me read these two super chats. Big up to Sam, who says, we're in talks with Ugarte to replace Casemiro, who's off to Saudi. Will be a great signing if we get him. Respect to Sam, bro. Thank you so much, Sam. You've been watching us during this Euros as well, always supporting the channel. I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. Grigsy, Ugarte.
Yeah, no, I watched him at PSG. I wasn't that moved, but he looked good for Sporting. If we do a loan with option to buy, I'll be happy. If we spend 40, 50 mil on it, not about it.
You know what it is, man? Ugarte works in the current system.
I take Ugarte at Liverpool tomorrow.
He does actually work in the 10-out system, bro. But I've seen that guy defend transitions. It was very, very spooky.
You know, he works best out when the team does not have possession, like the way United have been playing as a
Yeah, he's a destroyer. He's a destroyer. He's just a classic.
He's not been great at PSG though, by the way. He's really not been good at PSG.
Ahmed,
I don't judge people at PSG because they all suck. That's just the reality of the situation.
No, man.
Sorry,
Listen.
I cut out and missed a lot of the fun of the Chelsea talk. But Ahmed, like, surely you don't expect this Chelsea team to get top 4 next season. Surely.
I don't.
Surely you're having a laugh.
I said top six.
Okay, top 6. Okay, good.
Yeah,
they could get top
You-
4.
and-
Bro,
Griggs, stop this.
I think
Griggs, don't
I
set
think-
them up
Don't
like this.
gaslight,
Don't set
Griggs.
them up like this.
Don't gaslight.
Don't. Look,
Don't gaslight.
literally, all of them will say that they can do it.
let's be real.
Look,
Let's be real.
look, hold on one second. Okay. The reality is all Chelsea fans are going to say they can because they were only 5 points away, this and all that rubbish. Yeah, so cool.
Thank you.
So they're going to say
it.
they're going to say it. So it's going to be fun debating with them about it, like people like Don and Chen. It's going to be fun this season. Trust me, guys. It's going to be fun because they're going to genuinely believe it. But if I put that to the side and look at the reality, Chelsea are not finishing in the top 4, bro. They're not doing it.
I'm not gonna lie. Personally, when I look at the Premier League, obviously, I think the top 2 is already certified. I think Liverpool will probably finish 3rd because they're not gonna lose enough players after Klopp to something like that. But that 4th spot, you have Villa who have to adapt to Champions League football. Let's see how they do that. And we all know Emery will sacrifice Premier League for Europe. We have Spurs, who I think Chelsea are better than anyway.
Yep, I agree.
You have Newcastle, who we'll see. I think they do have a good team, and they did end the season strong. So we'll see about that. You have Chelsea, obviously, and then you probably have United. I'll throw myself into the mix. We'll see what happens, obviously. Stuff like that. Chelsea probably have the best squad out of all those teams, other than maybe an Aston Villa. But even I think Chelsea, like I
believe more in Ange getting top 4 than.
Why do you believe in Ange? I'm sorry. Ange, by the way, Ange 2024 was just as bad as Ten Hag.
Bro, I'm just saying, I believe in him more than I believe in Maresca. That's what I'm saying.
You know what it is, Kunle? I'm gonna.
By the way, just so you know, Griggs, the Chelsea manager is not Maresca.
By the way, yeah, but I think his system.
Maresca, Leicester manager. Leicester.
But the one credit I will give Maresca.
They ain't gonna get top 4 with no Enzo Maresca. We got Brendan Rodgers from Swansea. Ahmed, you're a football man. When we got Brendan Rodgers from Swansea, his reputation was even better than Maresca now. And we didn't get top 4 in the first year. Fucking finished 6th or whatever the hell. This is the thing that I should.
Yeah, but your squad was not as good as Chelsea.
Yes, I think
okay,
again. You know what, Sam? I'm gonna.
If they kept Poch, I would have said they get top 4 easily.
Okay, that's crazy. I disagree with that one. But Sam, the one thing I will say is going to depend on the signings that we get right now.
Yeah, if they get the right signings, why can't they get top 4?
They get the right signings again.
Yeah, but you guys are bidding for Duran and fucking Orojo.
Duran.
I'm not doing for Don Duran. I'm not doing for Don Duran. He left. Listen, we left Don
serious
Duran.
here.
We left Don Duran, bro. Chill out, bro.
What's wrong with Duran? Come on, Griggs. Come on, Griggs.
You know what?
We make the right signing.
I don't know why you're talking about Duran. He scored a brace on your head top, bro. I don't know why you're talking about Duran.
Yes, so did many players. Skamaka scored against me. Would you take him at United?
Absolutely, I'll take Skamaka at United.
No, you would not. No, you would not. Hey, you are down bad. You are down bad. If you are.
I've been a Skamaka fan since Sassuolo days, so that's me. I loved him at Serie A, and I respect Skamaka.
He only plays well in Italy, bro. So forget about that.
No, I'm not gonna judge Skamaka because David Moyes doesn't know how to use a striker, and he has them doing graveyard
shit. He did that with Haller too, by the way. He did that with Haller too.
Okay, David Moyes doesn't know how to use a striker. Spalletti also doesn't know how to use a striker because he looks like shit for Italy too.
Every striker has looked shit in the Euros. Tell me a striker that's looked good in the Euros other than the Georgian guy.
Morata's looked good. He doesn't look bad at all.
He has Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams on his side.
Yeah, and he's good.
You said Morata, bro.
That's why not play striker.
He's left wing. We're not doing that, bro. We're not doing, man. Listen, at the end of the day,
kill me, bro.
Here, Grigs, you cannot say John Duran. I cannot say anything because he scored against Liverpool. We conceded 51 goals.
What was his price?
There's
Like
a lot
30
of
mil,
players who
25 mil?
scored against
Bro,
us. A lot.
bro, at that price, that's not even that bad, you know?
So is he the guy going to shoot them into the top 4, Grigs?
John
There's
Duran.
not one guy they can sign other than getting like an Isak or Osimhen that shoots them into the top 4. It's about a collective effort, and that's what Chelsea need. I mean,
I
personally
think
for
for
them,
me,
Okay,
they need a left
okay,
wing.
so
They
they-
you know what?
need a left wing. They need to get a left
They
wing.
need a
That's
left
the first
winger.
part.
I've said
You
this.
lot need too much, and you're not going to
No, we
do
don't.
all the
We
things you
don't.
need to
Hold on.
do.
They need a left
Trust
winger.
me.
They need a left
Trust
winger.
me,
They need
you
a
do.
port. They need a
Griggs,
more
how are you
reliable left
falling
back.
for their games? Like, do you actually think? Okay, let me ask Griggs. Who's actually
They
good
need a
currently
left
in the
and a
Chelsea
right
Wait,
winger
wait,
and a striker.
Kunle,
They
let
need all
him ask.
three.
Griggs, who's actually good currently in the Chelsea team? Currently.
All right, so we'll start from the back. We got Malo Gusto,
Okay.
Reece James if he wants to be fit or not. I don't know.
Don't
That's
do
okay.
that because he's
Nah,
he
don't
played
do that,
5
bro.
games
Don't
a year.
do that.
He played
All right,
5 games a
okay,
year.
so
That's
overall,
serious.
Legion. Okay, that's fine.
Okay,
I
Gusto.
think Badia Sheila is a good center back.
Yes.
I don't really.
He's a baddie, bro. He's a baddie. He's not
I don't
a
really
defender.
trust
He's
him.
a baddie.
I think Levi
No,
Cole.
no, we're not
I think
doing
Levi
that.
Cole under. I think Levi Cole
Yeah,
under
I
Badia
Morales.
think
Chile is-
Cole- I think Cole is a
Badia
good
Chile
player.
is-
I
Tosin
think
as
Cole
well.
under
At
Morales.
Tosin as well, I'd say.
Tosin as well. I think will be a good. I think will be a
Okay.
decent center back.
They
need a left
Wait,
back.
wait, hold on.
Kukurea,
hold
I
on.
think
Who's that?
Kukurea. I would
Who's
give
that? The
Kukurea
last
some.
three players.
Let Griggs go. Let him just tell us who the
Griggs,
good
before
players
you
are.
finish. The
We're up
last
to-
3 players he said is I think before he said their names. But okay,
Yes.
continue.
I said Cole because I said under the manager because I think it's my opinion. I have to say I think.
Okay, no problem. No
My
problem.
opinion.
Three
When you
No
put an
problem, no
opinion
problem,
out,
no
you have to say
problem,
I
no problem.
think.
No problem. No problem.
Okay, 3 players. Midfield. Who else? Who's good in midfield?
Caicedo,
Okay, no problem. Caicedo.
Lavia.
We haven't seen that.
No,
So we don't know
you
yet.
don't get to call
We
it.
don't know yet.
No,
Yeah.
but
I
see him
there, we don't know
He's,
yet.
he's missed a, bro. He's missed a whole year. We don't know how he's gonna come back. We've seen a whole year. We don't know how he's gonna recover. We don't know what type of injury he had.
I'll say this to you right now. Me and
We
Kunle
can't.
are doing agendas if we say he's crap. We're not. We're saying we don't know.
Yeah.
Let's find
Yeah,
out.
we don't know. We can't
But
give
you
an
just tell me
opinion.
which players I think are good. I think Lavia is a good player.
No, but we don't know at Chelsea.
But we don't know
That's
that.
just like we don't know if Timber's gonna Arsenal yet. We don't.
All right, you know what?
This
If
is
you
a
hear that,
fact. We don't know.
All right,
Okay,
Timber.
fine.
fine. Okay, fine.
Yeah, we don't know.
Enzo, no disrespect to him. I just don't think he fits Chelsea.
Yeah, hold that, Ahmed. Okay.
Why
What's
didn't
his
you
name?
bro?
What's his name? Oh, Carney, I rate.
Which Carney?
It's actually decent.
Griggs,
It's
Galvin.
decent, bro.
Griggs, Galvin, bro.
No, every time I saw
Griggs, Carney is
Carney,
top 4 level.
Chukwuemeka.
why should I
Chukwuemeka is the
follow him?
person that you're talking about.
Bro, I just saw
He's
Luka
kinda
Digne
good.
get top 4 for Villa. You're gonna tell me Carney Chukwuemeka is not top 4 level?
This is insane, bro. Come on, man. Chukwuemeka is
Luka
good, bro.
Digne is the Premier League proven player who's played in the Prem for 10 years.
What the hell does that mean? Dan Burn got top 4 a couple years ago. Is he a top 4 level player
Yes,
for real?
and Dan
but
Burn
that-
is the Premier
Please
League
not, bro.
proven
We're
player
not doing
who's
this,
been
bro. We're not
playing
gonna
10
say
years.
Dan Burn is top 4 level because he finished one. Bro, Carney can play
Dan
top 4
Burn
level.
scored a goal against PSG. Where's
Good for
Carney
him, man.
scored against
Congratulations to Dan Burn. I also saw him get toasted by Anthony on the wing, and that no one that has ever seen that. So that doesn't mean that much to me.
PSG? Okay,
So,
Carney,
anyway.
you rate. No problem. That's 6.
You saw
Carry
him.
on.
Cole Palmer, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Nico Jackson, I rated. You know I have my stocks on Nico Jackson. I rate him.
Like that.
The rest of the
Nkunku.
forwards are crap. Let's cut that out.
And Kunku, yeah. And Kunku is unproven. I don't like similar.
Yeah, and he
if you
hasn't
want-
played. You know.
And you said his name just to
mentioned
cheat.
seven
I saw what you
players.
did there. I saw what you did there, Griggs. That was good.
You mentioned 7 players. 3 of them are
You
about
saw
skills.
you knew you couldn't use them, but you mentioned his name just so
Yes,
people heard.
yes,
it. I saw-
Three
I
goals
saw
in
you-
4
that was
games
good.
in Kuku,
That
you
was
know?
good
3
tactics.
goals
I
in
like
4
that. I like
games.
that.
What are we
I'm
doing?
trying
That
to
was
watch
good. That was sick. That was
Watch
sick.
this again. Watch this. Griggs, who do you think is good at Aston Villa? Go ahead.
All right, Emi Martinez because he
Yeah.
somehow he's good. Who the hell's the right back? Matty
Cash.
Cash.
You no. You tell me because you think he's good. So you tell me.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember the Villa squad, bro. I don't know them.
Konsa.
You think of right? Okay, go.
See, I think Chelsea have 3 to 4 center backs that are better than Andrew Konsa.
Who?
Which is crazy. Which is
Badi-
absolutely
Badi
That's
Shield is
crazy.
better than Konsa.
Badishile is.
I think Badi
trash,
Shield is
bro.
better. I think
He's not
Fofana
trash,
when-
bro.
I think
Come
Wesley
on, bro.
Fofana
Have
Okay,
shame.
okay.
Have shame.
He's average. He's average. Then.
I think when Wesley Fofana is fit, is better than Andrew Konsa.
When Wesley Fofana is fit, he's played 2 games in 2 years. Come
When
on,
is he
Griggs.
fit? When is he fit?
So I said when he's
Like,
fit.
so-
So
Yeah,
you-
but
so
that's like
you
me
don't
saying
you
if
don't you
Thiago
don't get to
Alcantara
use
is
that,
fit.
bro. You
He
don't
always
get to use
injured
that.
anyway.
You don't get to use that.
Tosin's probably a
Griggs-
little bit worse. But anyway, okay, Andrew Constance is a good player.
Okay,
Though.
he's a
Andrew
good
Constance,
player. If you're gonna say Leslie's a good player, then Constance is a good player.
no,
So
I'm not saying Constance. Constance is a good player. Though. I'm
Bro,
not gonna say
wait,
that.
did you mention Leslie for real?
Pau Torres.
Who Leslie?
Did
Who?
you mention Leslie?
Yeah.
The
I'll go
Greek guy,
check.
or whatever.
Who?
That guy that's claiming Greek. Yeah, that guy, for whatever reason.
Anyway, who else is their center backs? Pau Torres is
Pau
Pau
Torres,
Torres is
do you
good.
rate him?
Pau Torres is good.
Okay, that's
I-
3. Do
I
you
don't
rate
rate Diego
the guy-
Carlos. I don't rate Diego
Okay.
Carlos. I think he's a penalty.
You
guy.
don't or do?
I don't. I think the guy's a walking
You
calamity.
don't. 1 second. Tyrone Mings. Captain.
No.
Okay,
I've
don't
always
rate him,
said
no problem.
I've always said Tyrone Mings is the only professional footballer because he's left-footed. That's it.
That's fine.
Um,
I'm letting you decide. Left back.
No, I don't rate any of them.
Okay. Midfield. Douglas Luiz.
Left. He's at Juve now.
We don't know that yet. He might stay.
Yes, it is. No. We got the Ornstein. Here we go. Basically, it's confirmed.
Okay. Forget Douglas Luiz. Yuri Tielemans.
No.
John McGinn.
You got
Yes.
Gallagher. Literally the same as John McGinn, bro. What are we talking about?
No,
Don't
McGinn's
ever
better.
disrespect John
McGinn's
McGinn
better.
by
bro.
calling him.
Nah, bro. I'm being serious when I say that, by the way.
Don't
too.
respect
Nah.
John McGinn like that.
Listen,
You're a
they
fraud.
literally want
If he mentioned Chukwuemeka, he has to mention Tielemans then, boy.
Yeah, this is true. Like we're talking about the level of
Yeah,
you're
man.
saying good.
Because Carney's also
Okay,
younger. So I rated Carney for a long time. I wanted to sign him from Aston Villa
Zaniolo.
when he was a,
We don't care whether you rated him. He's not better than Tielemans.
Zaniolo, Italian, Nicolo Zaniolo.
He's not there anymore, bro.
no Zaniolo since 2019.
He was on loan. He was on loan.
You already told us you rate Duran,
Yeah, I rated right.
Leon Bailey,
Bailey.
Yes,
Musa
Diaby.
Diaby,
yes.
Ollie Watkins,
Yeah,
Jacob Ramsey.
yes. That's my boy.
Okay, so you know we're already at 12 now. So like, you see what I'm
Okay, but also we gotta listen to that. They
in
just
our
lost.
mind we think Chelsea Football Club, but on paper it ain't
Okay,
that.
but we also mentioned. By the way, they have to get used to losing Douglas Luiz. By the way, that's a big loss. They lost their
No,
best
I agree
midfielder.
with you, but do you believe that they can sign someone to get to replace him? They can.
They did. They signed the guy from Juve, the Baron Kia kid.
Yeah, Weston
good.
McKennie and three kids.
No, Weston McKinney did. If Weston McKinney came, I would have had Aston Villa 8th place in the Premier League. I'm not even joking.
Yeah. He's terrible.
No respect.
So yeah. Well, I don't know. I think for me, Chelsea I'm not saying it's a definitive that Chelsea finish above Villa, but to throw away Chelsea as a top 4 possibility already is crazy. That 4 spot.
You know why I'm throwing them away?
And that's just based on reputation, bro. They're not getting top 4. Fuck the
their
sentiments,
manager ain't
bro.
gonna
Chelsea,
get them top 4. He ain't.
Coles beer. What's that? What's the other auto glass settings? That's Chelsea now. When they used to wear auto glass, they'll win a few cups here and there. That's them.
For me,
it's not necessarily true. That's
Bro,
know
it's
what?
there.
I'm
It is there.
Not
You just can't see it
necessarily
yet, Ahmed.
It's not
Ahmed,
necessarily-
in a process. First of all, it comes denial. Then eventually comes acceptance. Then we can move forward. You're not at the acceptance part yet.
You know,
That's okay. But just so you know, us on This Is Football are going to be here for you when we're ready. We are here.
I personally think the squad that Chelsea has suits the way Enzo Maresca wants to play.
Yes, that's I believe that too.
That's why
I think for me,
Kunle.
Kunle. I just want to say,
Chelsea bring Dewsbury Hall as well.
I think. No, we're not bringing Dewsbury Hall. We already have too many players in this position.
They got
Why would we bring in Dewsbury Hall?
That's a good. I don't know why we're using Dewsbury Hall as some bad player, but that's a solid player.
Also, but I'm just even then.
Is that level raiser in the Chelsea squad? Yeah.
No, he's not.
Oh, no, they have a bunch of
Grigs, I think you're confusing.
And that's why I'm saying.
We're not talking about good player. We're talking about top 4. Like can get you top.
Again, I think
what we doing here.
Obviously the Villa players made top 4, so they theoretically get that. But how much of that was more of the coach than the actual player?
No, but Griggs, they made it there. So whatever you want to say, whatever you want to say is whatever you want to say.
For a lot of 2024, Aston Villa, the moment that calendar turned from 2023 to 2024, Aston Villa's level dropped a lot. It's the same way.
Where did they finish? Yeah,
because after
the league after third place
they finished 4.
The league after
the way they got there. It ended them on 4.
Yeah, but in reverse, Grigs and Ahmed, this is what I don't get. In reverse, from January till May, Arsenal cooked everyone. City still won the league. Doesn't matter. خلاص, Villa finished 4th. Done.
So
No. There's a big
Villa. Hold on. Villa accumulated enough points to be trash in 2024 that they got fourth.
Yes, and still be
like, are we joking here? What are we doing, bro?
But at the same time, Chelsea had the third best. Chelsea had the third best. Was it good run after 2024?
Bro,
By the way, you guys remember? By the way,
you sacked the manager. You can't pump chest about that.
By the way, when Arsenal finished 8th, the second season of Arteta, that season I think they had the third most points in the table after Christmas. The next season, they ended up finishing 5th, and they lost on Champions League by what was it, a couple points to Spurs, the Antonio Conte team. There is no team as good as Antonio Conte Spurs in the league right now that can finish in that 4th spot, because that Spurs team is better than that Villa team. So why can't Chelsea, who had a hot season to end 2024, are getting a manager who, in my opinion, suits their players, their squad more? He's not a better manager than Poch, but he suits the squad a little bit more, in my opinion.
Brother, your opinion is based on a season in the championship. Respectfully, bro. Respectfully. Yes. So hold on. Going from a championship side to Chelsea, big Chelsea is different, bro. Pochettino found that out last season. It's not the same, bro. The spotlight is on you immediately.
Yeah, those who are saying, by the way,
Potter changed his whole swag just to be a Chelsea manager.
Come on now,
bro. It's a mad thing, bro. Come on now.
I agree with you.
The difference with Potter was Potter didn't have this kind of team around him. Yeah. He had about 55 players.
The club cooked Potter, by the way.
Brother, regardless of that, he was overwhelmed by the pressure of Chelsea, bro. Yeah,
the club.
I think Potter walked into a more toxic Chelsea than Maresca's walking into right now.
Exactly.
I would agree with that.
Something, at least Grigs is being logical. He just said Maresca's not a better manager than Poch. Fact. He isn't.
I agree with you, by the way, too, on that one.
Better manager. Yeah. So now I've downgraded in the manager who will come and I'm going to be completely objective. He's going to need time to implement his style. He's going to need time to get these players embedded 100%. Into the way he wants to play football. By the time that they learn how to play his style of football, it might take them 4 or 5 months. And within a 4 or 5 month period, do you think, Grigs, you've worked with Chelsea fans? Ahmed can answer this as well. Do you both think that he would be given the patience at Chelsea Football Club?
No, but what I'm trying to say is I think these Chelsea fans will be able to acclimate to Maresca's system much quicker than people think, much quicker than a Poch, because they're used to playing that kind of football. Caicedo is used to playing possession football. He played under the Zirzkee. Enzo Fernandez is used to playing possession style football. Who else is there? Levi Colwill is used to playing possession style football. Cole Palmer obviously comes from the City system.
Sterling, even if you want to use the argument, Sterling has done that before as well.
Lavia also played in the City youth system.
You don't even rate Sterling, so don't talk about it.
So it's like a bunch of players.
I don't rate him either, you know what I mean? So I can't even lie to you on that one. If you know, you know. But no, listen, if I'm being honest, Hussam, if I'm being honest, you know me. I said
right, as of right now, have the final word on Chelsea for the moment.
As of right now, I agree with Hussam in the sense that the ball is making a big jump. Yes, I think for me, the style of play, I don't think for Maresca is going to be an issue. It's going to be, can he handle the pressure? That's the main thing that's going to be the thing for me personally. You know, these guys in the press, they're going to be onto him. You know, the fans are going to be onto him. You know what I mean? But I think for me, the one director has to be behind him. Yeah, and make sure he's given the time. And at the same time, you know, we can't be asking from a guy like him, in my personal opinion, top 4 straight away. If he gets top 4, I'm happy. I've said this on your channel before, by the way. Yeah, if he gets top 4, I'm very, very happy. And I think, yes, there is a possibility if you get the standards right, you can get top 4. But as of right now, top 6, I think, is more realistic in my personal opinion. If I'm putting a realistic on.
And top 6 with a style of play is a good season for Maresca.
Exactly. And I think, and if you listen, top 6, you get top 6, you win the Conference League. You win the Conference League too. I think for me, that is a good
why are you adding all these extra, bro?
What do you mean? No, Conference League, Conference League.
Relax yourself. Relax.
Are you saying you can't win the Conference League? Are you really being serious, brother?
And a style of play. Calm down.
It's top 6 on the Conference League. It's top 6 on the Conference League. Wallahi, bro, that's no joke on that one.
No, look, regardless of that, that is a good season between us. But because of Don and Ches, me and Hussam are going to enjoy making fun of that season.
Yes, that's what. Yes. This is why Ahmed's here. Ahmed is very realistic when it comes to his club. He don't waffle. He knows the real shit. And here Mickey is from the school of thought of Kerry Lewis. He says, I think if we have a fully fit team, we can finish in the top 4, Hussam. You love talking about Chelsea always. That's how you sleep well at night. First, let me respond, please, guys. Number 1, in the news currently, they're talking about Isak to Chelsea. What do you want me to talk about? Do you want me to invent a fucking transfer rumor? To talk about the light in the room? Yani, what do you want me to talk about? It's the fucking transfer window. There is no Euros games today. We're going to talk about the transfer news. That's why we're going to talk about Eze to Arsenal. That's number one. Number two, fully fit does not exist. That is not a reality of football. If Arsenal were fully fit, they would have won the league. If Liverpool were fully fit, they would have won the league. Injuries happen. It's a part of football. Injuries happen. It's normal. If Liverpool had Jota the whole year, we would have won the league. If Liverpool didn't get any centre-back injuries and Konate played all year long, we would have won the league. If Alisson never got injured, blah, blah, blah. If Trent never got injured when he was Trent was talked about as being player of the season as a right back, we would have won the league. So let's not do dumbass things, Mickey. Full fit season does not exist. You are going to get injuries. Liverpool going to get injuries. Arsenal, United, everyone on this panel is going to get injuries. It's normal. And of course, the Chelsea fans ask the same cringy ass question. Why don't we talk about Slot and Liverpool? Give me one news about Liverpool and I will say fuck the Arsenal section and we'll talk about it. Give me one news,
bro.
From any who are willing
you see,
to no one.
Look. Nah, the reality is
I ain't had any name. You know,
the reality is Chelsea fans.
Yeah. Benito paid $20 so I can go fight Jester. Respect. Thank you for supporting the channel. He sent a super chat for a bigger thing, for a smart idea. Mickey sent a super chat to say, with a fully fit team, we would have got top 4. Okay, with a fully fit team, Liverpool are league champions. Yalla, now what? Who gives a shit? Injuries happen.
Literally. No, but the reality, Chelsea, and I've been reading the chat a little bit just now, like, Chelsea fans, relax. Like, when someone criticizes your club, we're not trolling you. We actually believe these facts are happening right now. And I know it's hard for you to accept it. That's why you're like, but what have Arsenal done? But what has Liverpool done? Like, we're talking about Chelsea. When we're talking about us now, attack us left, right, and center.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Arsenal next.
Exactly. But we're talking about Chelsea. So just enjoy the pain, man.
Relax. Again, listen, one thing I will say, guys, to my Chelsea fans, listen, if you believe in what you're believing, and I believe, and I can agree with you on that certain aspect. Listen, sometimes you know what they say, you work in silence, bro. You know what I mean? When we're top 4, are you proving these haters wrong? All they have to do is this.
Exactly. Take a note out of his.
You're right, I'm wrong. Mickey
Exactly.
is one of those guys who thinks Liverpool have a better team than Chelsea. So he's not only Chelsea have a better team than Liverpool. So he's not been brainwashed only. His brain has been put in the fucking washing machine. That's how bad it is. A genuine question for the panel. What's real, good, decent 10s are left in football right now? Good 10s in football?
Musiala, Wirtz.
Was really...
Odegaard, Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah, those are the only ones I can think of right now. There aren't that many. Yeah,
there's a good there's Due if you want, you know, but he can play in that role really well. You know what I mean? I want him too, bro. That's my left wing option. That's my left wing option too, bro.
That's why when I said with Elise, I said I'll forget all about Elise by saying Desiree Due.
Bro, listen, man, I need my club to get serious and let's get that guy, bro.
Would you be happy if you signed Sorloth, Ahmed?
You know, I've said him. So he's talking about Alexander Sorloth. You know,
Ahmed
Villarreal
on that one.
The guy from Palace.
You don't know about Sorloth? Get to know. I'm just saying. Go do your research.
Sorloth actually, I think.
No, I know. I think he finished second in the Pichichi for.
Bro, in La Liga. Since he's come to La Liga.
You know who finished for Dobrik? I saw him yesterday for Ukraine against Dobrik.
No. But Sorloth, I'll be honest. Sorloth, yeah, he's actually really good. I don't really rate Dobrik, but I rate Sorloth actually. I think he's actually decent enough to be a stopgap for us. Stopgap. I said stopgap.
How did Sorloth do last season?
Let me listen. I want to move on to Arsenal. Last super chat here from I says Grigs didn't Liverpool have Suarez, Gerrard, and Sterling. To be honest,
that also had Skirtle and Agra in defense, so that team was not good. Let's be real.
Yeah, Daniel Agger is clear of any Chelsea defender right now. Don't disrespect Daniel Agger like that. That's a very good defender.
2014.
Ahmed, Daniel Agger. Come on now.
Oh, you can see like 80 goals that season.
What?
No Chelsea centre back can pump his chest right now. No Chelsea centre back.
Yeah, no Chelsea centre back can pump his chest anyway. So yeah.
Not right.
Anyway,
now.
listen, big up to all of you guys. Big up to Aya, Mickey, Sam, Zir, Emmanuel, and Donna for the super chats. Big up every single super chatter. Please slap the like button, subscribe. We don't want to keep the guys for too long. So let's just talk about Eze to Arsenal quickly. Mods keep pushing the likes. Guys, we're literally just 10 likes away from 200 likes. Let's get there. That's the next target. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Big up all the super chatters. Arsenal. Kunle, Eze to Arsenal. That's the new rumor. You know, obviously now they're saying Spurs are no longer interested, aka probably rejected their ass. So talk to me about it.
You know what? This is an interesting one for me anyway. I don't know if a lot of Arsenal fans are going to agree with me. Obviously, former Hairland boy done the rounds and maybe finding his way back home. That could be the story and all that stuff. Stays in London. Like, there's a lot of like potential positives in this, but for me, I think right now for Arsenal, Eze would be more of a luxury buy because of the position I would like him to play. Because I don't enjoy him as much on the left side, really. I don't really enjoy that. He can do it, but I don't enjoy him on the left. I like him through the middle, not as an 8, as a 10. You could say how, like, as a luxury player, we could have him in, give Odegaard competition, maybe fill in on the left. I don't see him filling in as an 8. I think he'll be too exposed there, and he's quite injury prone, it seems, as well. So there'll be a lot of running in that position. So I would take it because at the end of the day, it's quality. You always want quality at your club, but he's not really the profile of player that Arsenal really should be going for right now, personally. That's what I think.
Who should you be going for, bro? If in your opinion, who should you actually be going for?
Yeah, who would you?
We should be going for. I want Bruno G personally, a player like that, like box to box Bruno G, or like if for value for money, I'll go and get myself a Fofana.
You mean what? You mean the guy from Monaco, right? Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like something that, or we need someone that can push Saka as well, like someone like that. We need that position filled. So Eze is not really the style that we need. If we're gonna get someone on the left, I'm for that, like potentially a Nico Williams, but that's his position. Do you get me? Not something he can do. Whereas Eze, I see him doing his best work in the middle, and we kind of don't need him as the 10. But again, I will always take him as a player because rotating with Odegaard and Eze and stuff like that would be pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie, but
don't you think Eze starts on the left?
Yeah, this is the argument I had about.
Yeah, like if we signed him, probably, if that makes sense, probably. But I just wouldn't enjoy him on the left as much. I think he's kind of restricted in that position. We're not getting the best Eze there. So I don't know, man. It's a weird one. I'd take him, yeah. But
the next question I'd ask you is: do you think he works in the 8? In the 8, next to Odegaard and Rice. You don't think he works?
No, not for me. Not for me. He's not.
Are you willing to rely on Partey for another year? Are you willing for that hard?
Hell to the freaking no, bro. Partey, I will fly him to Saudi myself, man. If he needs tickets, I can help him. But he, like, as good a player as he is, he's just not reliable, unfortunately. I would love if you told me we could get 35 games out of Partey in all competitions this coming season. I'd risk it, definitely 100%. But I don't think he can guarantee us that because let's be honest, Thomas Partey is not 30 years old, guys. Let's talk about it.
Do you know what it is though?
Like 38, 39, bro.
I just
realized he miraculously started getting loads of injuries when he gets to Arsenal at 28. Come on, guys.
Oh, by the way, I do think that Eze works next to Odegaard. You're gonna need Declan Rice will need to be a little bit more progressive in his passing. That's the first issue. If you do have Timber, who is meant to be fit, right, and bringing into the midfield, he's very progressive. I know his stats because when I scouted him for United, that could work. And you just keep Martinelli on the left because he's more of a touchline winger, in my opinion. Anyway, just kind of dressing inside and because in the more balanced midfield, in my opinion, is always a ball winner, a tempo setter, and then your chance creator. Odegaard is not a traditional 10. He's a tempo setter. He loves to play deep and stuff like that. So you have him kind of be like as a secondary guy in the midfield, and you have Eze play a little bit more advanced, and you just have Eze be the cook ball because Eze is progressive as hell in the middle of the park because his dribbling he's probably one of the best dribblers in the Premier League anyway. He's very skillful. He'll add a new dynamism to your attack, a little bit more energy, more quick because your football, no disrespect, it was very robotic last year in terms of an attack. It was very, you could tell it was like a little bit slow at times. With Eze, you just bring that little bit freshness in the middle of the park, a little energy instead of playing like a Rice and a Jorginho that's very still against a low block. It'll work eventually, but against smaller teams, you could get away with the Eze Odegaard Rice midfield against like
no. Like,
you know what it is? You know,
Grigs, I'll take it, but he's just not the first profile I'd want to fix, if that makes sense. I know certain games that look well, and if we're chasing the game, we need some goals. That midfield looks really attractive. I just think it will make us too exposed in certain games. I don't know, man.
You have the physical profiles in defense to get away with it. You have the most physical.
You have the 1v1 defenders, bro. You have the best 1v1 defenders. Anyway.
I think what ended up happening is the same like last season when we tried to change Odegaard's role in the first half of the season, and Havertz was in the midfield where he didn't look as influential. I think our team will look kind of like that, and we want the best.
The thing is, I think Eze is an
actual,
but that's Eze's position though. That's the difference. Eze would actually work that with Havertz. It wouldn't necessarily. I think it didn't work that because Havertz wasn't the 8 essentially. But I think with Eze it would. And I think for me, bringing in Eze, you know, one of the things I always hear from Arsenal fans, they're like, "Listen, we don't have enough quality on the bench, right?" Bringing in Eze, well, is bringing more quality for you, whether it be on the bench.
That's what I say. I'd take it as quality, but
exactly.
There's other profiles.
Because like because like if people believe you need to have like an even strong bench of stars to compete with Man City, then for me, Eze would arguably be a must alongside those guys that you would also like to bring into.
Bro, if you get me Kimmich as well, then Eze looks fantastic.
He's saying Arteta's not Ten Hag. He doesn't leave gaps in midfield with Eze and Odegaard. Aya's an Arsenal fan as well. Big up to Aya. You don't think Arteta could make it work? I'm shocked. You actually
that's what I'm saying. If we buy like a Kimmich as well, that our squad now looks Eze, Kimmich, and a winger that can challenge Saka or something like that.
What gaps do you
scary then. We have so many.
Odegaard's one of the best pressing midfielders in the Premier League. Odegaard lost and Eze has legs.
But you're forcing Odegaard to change his game. That's what I think he means. And I get it.
I'm not. He's gonna be the 8. Yeah, he's gonna be the tempo center.
Like if you watched Arsenal at the beginning of last season, our play was different because Odegaard was being asked to do different things.
Yeah,
once we tweaked that, then that's when we start to see him at his best again. He wasn't in the same position. He got changed.
I mean, I'm not saying Eze's the perfect 8. Eze's not the perfect 8 for Arsenal. Obviously, I think they could go with a little bit more of a natural 8.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It would make you a lot more potent attacking wise, which I do think.
I 100% agree with you. 100%. But as you said, he's not the perfect 8 for what we need.
Well,
but yes, we could make things happen with Eze. 100%.
Exactly.
For sure.
And listen, at the end of the day, who are you trying to get for right wing, by the way? Because like I know you were saying that.
Mookie, big up to you, my guy. Watching us.
Me, look, for me, what I always said is that if we're going to sign 3 players this summer, we need 2 of them to be level raisers, and 1 can potentially be a rotational player. So it kind of depends. If we go and get a level raiser striker, and then we get Eze and someone else, then the Saka position probably becomes like a rotational player that we sign. I'd sign like a Bakayoko from PSV. I'd sign him. I wouldn't mind him. Nico Williams is a potential.
The thing with Bakayoko, yeah, he's a quality player. I just don't know if Bakayoko.
He's gonna miss.
No. But this is what I'm saying, guys. What I'm saying is, if we get 2 level raisers, he would be the potential rotational player.
No, I hear you. I'm just saying that
if we get a level raiser in Saka's position, then we don't get a level raiser in another position. And that's
the question I was going to ask you, bro. Do you think Bakayoko is going to be willing to sit on bench for Arsenal? Because I don't think he would, because I don't know if he would be. Like, do you realistically, if you're
who the fuck is he, bro? Who is he?
You can say that, but at the same time,
people just started talking about him, talking about pumping his chest. Like, he don't even start for his country. What's he talking about?
But he just just because he doesn't start for his country, and trust us stick in the pitch, it's not his fault, is it? I mean, that's the manager's fault, if we're being honest. But listen, we move on that one. But if we're being honest, but Bakayoko, he probably knows Arteta's gonna play Saka week in, week out. He might not even get enough game time to even play there. What's to say Bakayoko wants to be like, you know what? Let me hold bench. Maybe I'll play a game or 2, and you know what? Yeah, that's not gonna progress his career. So I'm not sure he's like the guy that you probably would bring in as the rotational piece, because I don't think he would accept it.
We keep saying that he probably wouldn't. He definitely wouldn't accept it at Chelsea, but at Arsenal he would.
I don't think he would come to Chelsea, bro, and I don't think we need him either.
Yeah, exactly. He wouldn't accept being a rotational player at Chelsea, but he would at Arsenal. That's what I'm saying.
He wouldn't accept it either. Because he's barely gonna get any starts either. Why would he accept going to Arsenal when he's a good rotation place? I don't think so, bro. I honestly think
if he doesn't back himself, I don't want him at the club anyway. If he doesn't back himself to push Saka all the way, I don't want him anyway. So either or. He's a little man, so he'll sit on bench for Saka, you get me? And he'll wait for his opportunity.
You know, Ahmed, we keep always asking this question every summer, and then City keeps signing someone to put on the bench that like wins them the league in March. You know, so people
but they're old. But the players they signed to do that, bro, are quite a lot more older. That's the difference. But if you go to the age, Kovacic is a good option. Like my guy Kovacic.
Yeah, but that was the only one you mentioned. You're so fraudulent. Is Doku old?
But I told you, I said it at the beginning of the show. Fraud.
How many starts did
fraud.
How many?
Doku started way more games than people thought. Because Jack Grealish was
Grealish was a star.
He was older. Grealish was like 26 when he came to City. 27.
Really? Are you sure?
No, I said he was older. He was 27 when he joined City.
Yeah, but that's okay. But would Grealish accept being on the bench? Why do they accept it for City if they don't accept it for our clubs? They would.
But the problem is, bro, Grealish was a starter for quite a while. Him holding the bench after 2 seasons of playing.
My brother, in the words of Kunle, who the fuck is he? Who's Bakayoko to say no to sitting on the bench?
Well, bro,
this is true. This is true, bro.
No, it's true. It can be true. But if he doesn't want to hold bench, he don't want to hold.
Why would he say no to a move to Arsenal? By the way, if he backs himself, he think he's better than Saka and he can force himself.
Yeah, what are we doing here, bro? If he believes he's good enough to play, he'll come and take a chance, bro.
But that's not going to be the likely scenario. So what are we saying, bro?
Yeah, but neither of us know that, bro. How about that? It's just a whole bunch of speculation in it. So I'm just trying to work some realism. So what happens, Ahmed, if we sign him? What are you gonna say? Sorry?
Of course, bro. Listen. I'm a man of my word. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I apologize.
I'll get you both on a stream just so you can say sorry. You get me? That's
all right. I'm wrong.
I'll run the same exact panel back, you know. But listen, that's our thoughts on Eze to Arsenal. There's nothing left. Big up to Muki again. Oh, this is the one we didn't read yet. Big up to MT who says, was Leeds leading the table most of the season? My brother, let me break down the championship to you. Leicester and Leeds and Southampton are probably better than like 15 of the 24 championship clubs, like by far. That's exactly the same reason why I did not want Somerville at Liverpool, because your 4 goals against Rochester do not translate in the effing Premier.
What's all Somerville?
I don't like Somerville at all. I don't want him. I checked his detailed stats. 0 goals against Southampton, 0 goals against Leicester. I'm not interested.
What does that mean? Okay, Luis Suarez didn't have any goals against Liverpool when he was winning 30-goal seasons, but what does that mean?
Listen,
bro, I would love for Man Utd to sign Somerville as their star.
Yeah, he's not Liverpool
level. I have left wingers. I don't need left wingers. I have left wingers.
Yeah, he's not Liverpool level at all. And
by the way, you employ Luis Diaz and Cody Gakpo on your left wing, and we're gonna say no to Somerville.
Yes, I am gonna say no to Somerville.
Luis Diaz is better than fucking
Luis Diaz is shit, and he's 20 goals in the championship.
What? You think Somerville's better than Luis Diaz? Great.
No, he's not.
You let me down, right? You let me down. That's crazy.
Grigs,
that is the wildest statement I've ever heard.
Somerville was cold in the Eredivisie too. Even when Leeds were in the Premier League, Somerville had good stats. He was showing up.
Grigs? Somerville. What are we doing here?
Diaz would score.
By the way, you guys don't understand.
Now, to be fair, Grigs does want to Kamaka at Man U, so I get it.
You guys don't understand the success rate that championship players have coming up to the Premier League these days.
Exactly.
It is very, very successful. Because
tell me about it.
Olise is going to Bayern Munich after being at Reading 2 seasons ago. Eze, your boy, came from QPR Championship.
Oli Watkins.
Yeah, Adam Morton, who's the newest hottest prospect on the block.
Eze jumped all the way to Crystal Palace. Great. Who else? Next one? Who's the next one?
Oh, but Oli Watkins, bro. Oli Watkins, literally.
Oli Watkins, Ivan Toney.
Yeah.
What is like 7 players right there?
Greg, you're missing the point. There's a jump. Leeds to Liverpool is a jump. Leeds to Brighton is not that big of a jump. You get me? So like if
Porto to Liverpool.
One second. Now that Liverpool cooled their interest, what was the next club that wanted Somerville? Brighton. That's his level. That's it. I'm not saying
I'm waiting to hear. I'm waiting to hear the championship player that is successful at a big club. What is the name of championship player that's now successful at a big club in the Premier League? Tell me that guy.
Well, we're gonna have Michael Olise be playing for Big Bayern.
No. So he is Bayern Munich the Premier League. I asked specifically about the Premier League. Than most Premier League clubs anyway. Okay, so other than the guy that's gone to the Bundesliga, give me another one. I'll wait.
Jude Bellingham when he went to Thingy to Borussia Dortmund.
When you
That's
put the
another one
big,
right
get the fuck out.
Oh, yeah. That one is
Get
Why you
the-
helping
Get
him?
the
Oh, yeah,
fuck
that one
out.
Why you
Aston
helping
Villa
him?
earlier.
What
Y'all want
is
to
this,
pick
man?
Aston Villa
That's
earlier.
easy.
Ollie
What's happening
Watkins
here,
is
bro?
playing
What's
Champions League
happening
football
here?
next
That's
year.
what I'm saying, bro.
What's happening? So
Ollie
Jude
Watkins is playing
Bellingham
Champions
went
League football
from
next year.
the Championship to Real Madrid. Is that what happened? He went from the Championship to Real
Oh,
Madrid.
he went from
Is that what happened?
Championship to Borussia Dortmund, who are top two
Dortmund.
Bundesliga clubs.
There will be a top
Okay,
six side in
okay.
England.
Okay. So what
You're
we're
correct.
talking
No, by the
about,
way, another one. You're correct.
what
So
we're
Madrid,
currently, no, I
Lisbon.
didn't, Hussam, they've got, so they're
Ben White,
getting
your
excited
boy,
right now.
by the way, your boy, Ben
They're
White.
confused in what we
Ben
were
White.
actually
Your boy, Ben
talking
White.
about.
That's another one.
Hold on.
You know what? Yeah, Levi Poole. Was in the Championship. Came to Chelsea. Hey, listen.
And
that's what I
he's
have to
doing
say.
what at Chelsea?
Yeah,
And he's doing what at
Champions
Chelsea?
level club.
You know
And
what?
he's doing what at
Listen,
Chelsea?
Going six at Chelsea. So,
Get the
hey,
fuck, bro. You're not doing
Ben White, by the
what
way,
at Chelsea,
Ben
bro.
White, you're right back. You're right back. Was at Leeds winning Player of the Year, went from there to Premier League and was at Arsenal.
He went on loan to Leeds. Yeah, is that what you said? From Brighton, the Premier League team. He went on loan to Leeds. Okay, so he had a loan spell. I don't understand.
His best key developmental year happened in the Championship.
He had a year in the Championship on loan, and you're saying that's the Championship graduate. Come on, get out of here, man.
Well, he won Player of the Year.
You're not being. Bro, he won 1 year in the Championship, bro.
The Championship is currently, in my opinion,
the fact that you're trying to justify Somerville is crazy. You said Somerville's better than Luis Diaz. That's where the argument should have stopped. That's fucking crazy. But he's not. He's better than Somerville.
Why is he not? Why? One plays in Liverpool, another one plays in the Championship. That's not how it works.
One second. I am the biggest Luis Diaz hater on this whole platform.
It is how it
I would
works.
tell him tomorrow for a packet of chips. The truth is, Luis Diaz, as shit as he is, would probably score.
Oh, by the way, another one in the comments. Hassan's greatest ever left back came from Hull City.
Hull City were in the Premier League. Hull City were in the Premier fucking league.
You guys are so sad, bro. Do your freaking. It's crazy. It's crazy what you're saying here.
Okay, so when Leeds United, Somerville also played in the Premier League, by the way, for Leeds United. So we can count that. If we can count Hull City for Robertson, we can count Somerville for Leeds.
That's fine, but that still doesn't make him better than Luis Diaz.
Listen,
wait, hold on. Somerville's so good you don't want him at United, Grigs.
I have left wingers.
Who is your left wingers?
Marcus Rashford.
Nothing more said. By
the way, Marcus Rashford has done more than your left winger, more than his left winger, more than his other left winger.
I'm not even gonna say anything on Rashford.
Yeah, that's why we're interested.
Well, one guy employs Diaz, the other guy employs Mudryk, and the third guy left winger.
Okay,
but by
the way, but that's not
Mudryk did
a
more
right
than
winger.
Rashford.
If you offer me a right winger from the Championship, like the guy from Hull City, Phalange, I'll take him at United. He's one of the best dribblers in England. He was wanted by Barcelona, by the way. Hull City wingers wanted by Barcelona, but the Championship talent is shit. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. People don't.
Yeah, because that's what we said. That's what we said. The Championship talent is shit. That's the extreme measures. That's what we said.
Player of the year in the Championship.
Sam, that's what we said, right? We said the Championship is shit. That's what we said.
But it's not, bro.
Exactly. Don't be so extreme.
Outperformed everyone in the Championship. He just won Player of the Year in the Championship.
It was in the Championship.
The Championship
Delta Raps outplayed everyone in the Championship and stunk up the Premier League the next year.
Bro, that's in the 2000s.
So what we doing?
Guys, one second, because I don't want to keep you guys forever, and I have to step after this.
Yes, I need to go as well.
Okay, we're not talking about the Championship in general. That the Championship has trash players. No one is saying that. I'm saying the reason why I don't want Somerville is because he plays for Leeds that are better than 15 of the 24 Championship clubs by far. And when I went and looked at his detailed stats, his goals scored and most of his goals and assists in the year came against the shit teams. Like he scored 4 goals against Rochdale or whatever the fuck they're called. 3 goals against the other team in 23rd place. If I sent Luis Diaz to Leeds last season, I need to understand I'm the Diaz biggest hater. No one hates him more than him. You know, when his dad came out and said, I have a dream that my son plays for Barcelona, I told him, listen, me and you have the same dream. Get this bastard out of my club. I can't stand the guy. But at the end of the day, I can be honest and say, if I send Luis Diaz to Leeds last season, he would have probably bagged 20 goals in the championship, as shit as he is, because he's just a lot better than probably 15 of the clubs. So I'm not saying I wouldn't take any championship player forever. I'm just saying I'm not taking Somerville.
That's like saying me. I sent Anthony to the championship and I expect him to put up some of those stats. I promise you he wouldn't.
Bro.
I promise you, Anthony wouldn't hit double-digit goals.
Anthony and Luis Diaz are not the same. Anthony's shit.
Yeah, they're
That's
not
like me.
though,
shit.
You know,
In Luis Diaz's first season, they were calling him the signing of the fucking window. So what are we doing here?
Bro, they were calling James Madison the signing of the window 6 months ago, and then he ended up being
but that doesn't mean Madison's now shit though, does it?
He's very mediocre. I've always
no, but like I swear you were part of the train of people saying he was better than Odegaard. So it is what it is.
No, I wasn't.
It is what it is, man.
Listen, man, you know what?
I really Odegaard's cooking that day.
You know what it is, Griggs? Yeah, haters are gonna hate.
Somerville's dead, isn't
it? Haters are gonna hate on the championship.
It's not about the.
Let them hate.
One second, Griggs, you made me do this. No one interrupt, please. Okay, let's go through this. Just hear me out first. Okay, 2 GA against Cardiff. Okay, Southampton 0 GA. Goal against QPR. Assist against Bristol City. 2 goals against Norwich. 4 GA against Huddersfield, who finished 21st in the league, by the way. No goal, no assist against Leicester. 1 assist against Plymouth, 19th. 1 goal against Rotherham, 22nd. 1 assist against Swansea, 18th. 1 goal against Middlesbrough, 12th. 1 goal against Blackburn, 11th. No GA against Sunderland, 6th place. 1 goal against Coventry, 15th. 1 goal against Ipswich, well, okay, good team. Preston, no goals. West Brom, no goals. Birmingham, 20th place, 1 goal. Cardiff, 13th place, 1 assist. Rotherham, 24th, 2 goals. Swansea, 17th, 2 GA. Watford, 14th, 1 goal. Hull City, 1 goal. Middlesbrough, 2 goals, 1 assist. Southampton, 0 GA. Leicester in both games, 0 GA. And he has 1 assist against Ipswich. That's the player that I'm supposed to say.
Guess what? I don't care about GA because I want to look at the personal match stats from those games. Because what if he created 6 chances against Southampton, but he didn't get an assist because
he never scored in the big game, Griggs. That's the point.
We're not gonna judge a player by games against because then Erling Haaland is shit because he scores against
Griggs.
Against what's it called Sheffield every game.
You're building a fake narrative based on something I never said. He has never turned up in the big game, and if he's Premier League level, and 1 second, if he's Premier League level and Premier League proven talent, he would have scored against Leicester. And
wait for Sam. But the problem is for Sam, and why I disagree with you.
And the reason why GA matters is Liverpool forwards need GA.
No, you don't need to have GA for performance for Sam. You should know that too. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's not just data that's meant to, make sure the player look good. It's meant to be both GNA and as well as, performance. You need to see how they look on the eye test too. If they're performing well,
I've seen how Somerville looks on the eye, and there is 0 difference between him and literally a winger who dribbles. Like, I don't see anything special in him.
Okay.
There is nothing special in him. There is nothing special in him. Listen, no one here sits up here and watches the championship 24/7, but we've watched 3-4 games and he was in shit in all of them, and we all saw at Wembley. Biggest game of the season.
He's against Southampton. Look at the rest of his team, except his striker. They're all in the orange, and him and his striker are the only players in green.
You got
you want to know why I don't use FOTMob or any.
Okay, but you just told me about GA.
Yeah,
you know what? GA is something factual. FOTMob is not factual.
Okay.
Number 1.
You want me to read the stats from you?
The reason why I don't use FOTMob is because we watch games with our own eyes, like the game that Belgium just had, and Kevin De Bruyne was the highest rated player on the pitch, even though he was shit. So where do we go from
against
here?
Ukraine?
No, in the game before that.
Against Romania.
Well, the whole group was boring anyway.
KDB was good against Romania.
The first game, Slovakia, I think, in the first game. They gave him man of the match.
Okay, bro. Somerville created the most chances, won 8 out of 10 duels. Is that meant to be a bad performance against a top championship team?
Yeah, let him know, bro.
Who's the top championship team?
Against the top championship, against Southampton. They're one of the top championship teams, right? Southampton.
Who?
Somerville against Southampton. He had the most chances created, 2 shots on target, 8 out of 10 duels won. That's a good performance.
Yes, that's a good performance. And I'm still not taking Somerville at my club.
That's
Sorry,
bro.
man.
That's fine not taking, but to say he's not Premier League proven and not Premier League quality because he plays for Leeds. And
When I
because
say not
they
Premier League
dominate.
quality, I'm talking about my club because I just said he's going to Brighton, which is a Premier League club, and that's his level. His level is Brighton, literally.
I think his level of person is a little bit higher than
Oh, yeah.
Brighton.
Who? Okay, give
Yeah,
me
I
an
agree.
example. Which club? Spurs?
Yes.
Spurs.
Okay, then
yeah, I
that's
would
still
say.
below Liverpool anyway, so that's why I wouldn't take him.
Yeah, it's slightly below though. It's not like eons different. It's not
The
like
gap
It is
there is not
because
that
we
big.
actually
It's
win,
not big.
because we win trophies and we're trying to compete for the league.
Oh my god, bro! Have shame.
Liverpool are closer
shame.
to Aston. Liverpool are closer to Man City and Arsenal than we are to Spurs. That's just the fact. That's just the situation because we actually have world-class players in the team. But we have world-class
I don't know
players in the
about
team,
that,
and
Chief.
Arsenal don't.
I don't know
You
about that
yourself
one, big
don't.
man. I don't know about
Oh,
that
you
one.
don't know about
I'll
that
be
one.
honest.
Okay, who's so is Salah world-class?
Not right now, I would say.
Okay, discussion over.
Nah,
Anthony
Salah.
can't score 5 goals in one
I
season,
did
even
joke.
in
I
the
did joke.
Bosnian league,
Like,
and the league is a shithole.
Anthony
Nah,
shit.
listen, Anthony's crap, Mookie. Anthony is crap.
I don't know why you hate Luis Diaz, by the way,
I'm
bro. I
not
feel
saying
like you're.
Somerville is crap, but
Can I
his
ask you a
level
question,
is
Hassan,
brighter.
quickly? I have to
What?
ask you a question, Hassan. Yeah. Why do you hate Why do you lose Diaz so much? Because like
You
I
know who
watched
I want
Luis Diaz.
at my club? Just so I
Who?
show you level? Kvaratskhelia. That's who I want. Before he even
Is your club
scored
that's
the goal,
under 20 million?
or even
Is your
turned
club-
up. You know why? Because
Why?
10th place for Napoli, that guy has 17 GA in 34 games, a goal and assist every 2 games playing for a shit Napoli side who finished 10th. And that guy, because I'm not the type of guy who is just like, what's hot for me lately? Because if I ask someone now, Nico Williams or Kvaratskhelia, they don't say, oh, Nico Williams, because he's the sexiest thing now. But a year ago, if I asked everyone after Napoli won the league, everyone would say Kvara. That's the funny part. Me, my opinion hasn't changed. Kvaratskhelia is the guy that I want. I can tell you the 5 players I want right now. I want Ait Nouri as left back. I want Calafiori at centre back, but there's many I don't mind. Like left back and centre back is a big ass market.
Yeah, I want California to be honest as well.
Yeah, DM Ederson or Ugarte. I like both. Up top, I've always said I rate Marcus Thuram. Just to prove to you guys, it's not just a GA thing. I actually really like Marcus Thuram because I think as a footballer, he's complete. And I think everyone around him would benefit from the way he plays. And he's a decent finisher. I really like Lautaro Martinez, even though I don't think he's attainable. But on the left, I want Kvaratskhelia. That's what I want. But anyway, I'm not gonna respond to a super chat to someone who wants Mo Salah sold, calling me out on my ball knowledge. But anyway, big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing to This Is Football if you're yet to do so. Big up to Donna, Emmanuel, Sam, Aya, Mookie, AMT, Mickey, Selection for the super chats. Big up to you, Selection here. I'll put it up on the screen. For you, Hussam looks at stats out of context, thinks he's doing something or knows much anything. He's hilarious. Championship praises good talents. That's the same guy that wants to keep Darwin Núñez at the football club, sell Mo Salah. He thinks Slot can make Núñez a good player. He thinks Klopp is the reason why we didn't win the league this season. So that's the same guy trying to argue with me. Big up though, guys. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. The bridge is in the description. One Touch TV is in the description. Grigs Stocks is in the description. Don't go anywhere because this stream is going to take you to MHF where I'm going to discuss with Mo as well. So love you all and see you guys on the other side. Peace.
Peace.